Guess who's back? Back again. Sclimbo's back. Tell a friend. Hey everyone! I missed you! What's going on, everyone? It's just one of those days. Hi everybody. Hi. I'm Sclimbo. I'm back. I'm here. Hey everyone. I missed you. Oh, what's up everyone? My name is Sclimbo from Sock's VTubing agency, certified self-improvement VTuber. Who am I? No, don't forget about me. It's only been 9. No, please don't forget. Please. Is this Louisiana? Actually, kind of close, little crow. But hey, everybody. Wow. Also, YouTube side, thank you for the Akasupa from mysterious user once again. User 580, the mysterious user, strikes back once again with a $100 super chat on the YouTube side. Thank you, right at the beginning of the stream. Oh my god. And we have a hype train going too. Lots going on. I'm very high energy. Did you manage to dodge the con crud?
I'm having this as a yummy snack because I enjoy it.
Do I sound like I'm sick? Did I manage to dodge the off-kai con crud? Well, yes, and the reason why is
It's huge.
Despite all of my friends getting sick, I have the mandate of heaven. So I remain unsick. I remain untarnished. That's right, folks. The mandate of heaven allows me to survive. I have it because I'm debuting on Saturday. So I am fine because the universe ordains it to be so. Thank you for the bits, Varn. Thank you for the bits. Sclimpire of 1,000 years. I am blessed. I am blessed not only by the mandate of heaven, but also by smashing Immersion C for the last 10 days and taking my multivitamins while I was there also. And hand sanitizing. Doing all of those things and more. But it has succeeded. I've succeeded. I made it through. I didn't get sick at off-kai. I didn't get sick after off-kai unless I get sick tomorrow, but that's not going to happen. And we're back. And everybody, welcome to one more final Ice Sclimbu. The final Sclimbo 1.0 stream. That's right, your little guy is evolving on Saturday. This is the last one. Did all your yard work last night, so you're free to watch? Ooh. Command! Thank you for the resub. Command! Neon Genesis Sclimben Gelion. True text, true. They do grow up so fast. 9 months. I was basically pregnant, if you think about it. And boy, did I have a good time at off-kai. Oh, wow, we're talking about it today. You know I got off-kai stories from you. And funny enough, the majority of the stories happened when I was with SVA. we have an aura of silly around us. Because, like, I had a lot of fun, did a lot of cool things, but all the silly stories happened when I was near SVA. You still have the maid dress. That was not me in the maid dress. I had a cosplayer. Someone was cosplaying me at the convention. I will show you a picture of that. That was crazy. So many things happened that were crazy. I didn't realize that I was going to be as recognizable as I was. Can I be 100%? I didn't realize how busy I was going to be. I knew I was going to be busy. I didn't realize it was going to take me until day 3 to go through the artist alley because I was getting pulled away every 20 minutes by people saying hi to me. It was crazy. I can't believe it. The other guy was the voice doppelganger. Yeah, the other guy was the voice of Sclim, and that was the body of Sclim. Hey, Omo, what's up? Happy Killing Sclimbo 1.0 day. I hope you're having a good time. I am. We should welcome everybody in. We have a lot to do today. It's not going to be a super long stream because I am deep in debut prep, obviously. But we need to have one last stream before I disappear and turn into a new true self. Hey, Omo, thanks for the follow. My brother in drills, you're the most conspicuous person I could think of. Yeah, it turns out people did find me pretty easily. But some people didn't. There was a lot more people to con than I expected. It was a bigger year than last year, so it was actually harder. But, oh yeah, the Sclimbo Everywhere system did work, by the way. As Ayoda said, the funniest moment of off-kai was you, Sclimbo Everywhere, systeming me on Friday. Yeah, okay, so I got Ayoda in a really, really funny way that felt like a Yakuza bit. Because, as I told you guys, right, I was gonna be kind of like, you know, wearing my clothes, being loud, walking around and stuff like that. So here's the thing about off-kai, the real trick, right? If you wear sunglasses and a mask or a full face mask or something to off-kai, people are obviously going to think, well, that's probably a VTuber, right? So I just wore my normal stuff. So I had tank top. I had the least clothes possible. I had a tank top on and shorts on. And when I was really tired, I had sunglasses on, right? And my badge said Sclim Shady. So it was me. Hey, Fua, good meeting you as well. So it was me, right? Like, I was very noticeable, very loud. I did have an amazing, like, Majima moment to Ayoto, because what I didn't tell you guys, and was a secret, because I didn't want people coming up to the booth, is I was secretly actually working at the Aegis Link booth for a little bit on Friday and Saturday. So I was actually selling merch at Aegis Link because they needed some extra volunteers, and I wanted an exhibitor badge. So I flipped my badge around and was at Aegis Link selling stuff, right? So there was this moment where Ayoto came up in the Aegis Link line, and I looked down at his badge and saw it said Ayoto, and I just looked up at him, locked eyes with him, smiled, and slowly swapped my badge around, and just went Sclimbo everywhere system. Just like jump scared by just a volunteer, and it's me. It was really good. It was really good. Yeah, oh, what a blast. What a blast. But yeah, that was a big secret I didn't tell anyone, because I didn't want everybody coming up and being like, you know, that was for Aegis Link, right? So I wanted to just be a volunteer selling their stuff. I didn't want people to be like coming up to me and being like, it's Sclimbo, right? So I didn't tell anyone I was working there, but I was. I spotted Snoozy, didn't even clock you were there until I saw this dude just locking eyes with me. I thought you might have figured it out, which is why I revealed it, but it was really funny because it was just like slowly moved the thing around like a Majima jump scare, and I'm like, hi, it's me. Gotcha. That's where you yelled at me? Everyone I met who knows you kept saying we don't find Sclimbo, Sclimbo finds us. Well, yeah, that's why we did the thing, and I ended up being too busy to do it. But we instituted the Sclimbo threat system, which I think is a really good idea. And we're going to do it at cons going forward, which is there was a thread in Discord where all of the viewers in Discord and friends in Discord were doing meetups there. And because I could see it, there was always the threat of me jump scaring you at your hangout, right? It's the Sclimbo everywhere systems. I knew where everyone was and where they were meeting up because I could read the chat. So I would just show up. I would just show up, but I didn't because I ended up being too busy. I barely had time for like anyone individually. It was rough. It was rough. Aren't you like 6 foot fuck IRL? No, I'm like 5'10". I'm like a normal height. People ask me where you were, and I mostly said around or pointed in a vague direction. Yeah, thank you, Etu. I appreciate that. You pooped yourself if you showed up. I would have, like, I intended to, and thank you for the hype train, by the way. I did intend to show up. But yeah, it was really hard. I'll show you. I mean, we're going to go through my whole weekend so you'll understand how busy I was. I like didn't have time to have lunch with like more than one group of friends more than once. It was very busy. Again, I didn't get through the full exhibition hall, like the rows. I tried to start working through the rows of Artist Alley on day 1, and I did not finish until day 3 because of how often I get pulled away. Creamy Omelet, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. But let's welcome everybody in from the top, tell you where we're at, and get started here on talking, because this is the last time. Well, not the last time, but I evolve after this. I feel an evolution coming on. Hey, next time. Next time, I did see you, by the way. I don't know. I didn't have a chance to say hi to you. I don't think. I did see you a couple times next time, and I did say hi. You just didn't know it was me. I said hi really fast and didn't say who I was, but you didn't know who it was me. But I was like, hey, next time, what's up? Oh, Winter Charm. Thank you for the resub. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a treat meeting everybody, by the way. I need to talk about that. That was crazy. That was so crazy. It was insane. Oh yeah, thank you for hosting the watch along, by the way, Fua. We have the watch alongs going, and I will say I gave out a lot of personal watch along invites to friends of mine at the convention. So there's actually going to be even more watch alongs than were posted on Twitter yesterday. They just obviously didn't finish their graphics in time because we were all at Off Guy and they were like unpacking and stuff. But there probably will be more watch alongs than are in that thread. So keep an eye out for those on Saturday. I did know it was you at the ToonTuber thing. Okay, good. You did know it was me. Sweet. Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, the 2.0 is wild, Kylo. Get ready for that. Saturday is going to be a little silly. All right, let's start from the top. Amelia, welcome in. Double A, welcome in. Farrell, welcome in. Stay Bright, welcome in. Orcus, welcome in. Tufo, Owen, Frost, A12, Morn, Surd, Little Crow, Ayoto, Shiba, Dunkachi, Dragon, Pinky, Ray Flema, Binka. I did meet Binka. Binka was cool. Hi, Binka. Tai, Orpheus, Chip, Buck O'Brien, thank you for the resub. Etu, welcome in. Hades, welcome in. Dunta, welcome in. Queso, Buck Bryan, Zeplander, Adventure Noises. Shout out to Adventure Noises, too, by the way. Adventure Noises, the creator of the Starting Soon screen, by the way. Would be hilarious if 2.0 was Sclim IRL. Yeah, it's just me. It's just me. Wild like a wolf. All right, I don't want to hear it, Duntham. Duntham, thank you for the resub. Q, welcome in. Varn, welcome in. Jinan, welcome in. Troopers, Zabraf, Tyler, everybody. Pinky, 145 streaks. Mario, Chip, Varn, thank you for the bits. There's a lot. God, there's so many streaks. Hi, everybody. Ransom, welcome in. Command, thank you for the resub. Omo, welcome in. Phantom, welcome in. Fluffle, next time. Wafflix, Woozer, Darkness, Whiskowser, Charada, Creamy Omelet, Winter, thank you for the resub. Kindred, Q, and EC Fireworks. Okay, that's everybody. Sorry about that one image. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, Fuzz, what's going on? Yeah, we go up. We're so up. That's right. One of the funniest parts, actually, was Kirby. QB Kirby came up to us and actually had, like, you know how I had the faux art? Do you guys remember the faux art? Where it was like the evil version of fan art where they made me like super pregnant and they were really messed up and creepy and stuff like that I believe Gender drew. Well, Kirby came up to me with Magic the Gathering versions of those cards and I signed them. But seeing those in person was really scary. The Scregnant, I was like, I don't know if I want to sign that. So I got to see those in person. I got some too. I have copies now in person, which is pretty cool. So thanks to QB Kirby for that. Yeah, it was scary. Also, as for where we are. Oh, yeah. What jump scared me was recognizing you in the lobby, walking up, and the person next to you was May. Yeah. Yeah, I was hanging with May a lot. It was really funny, too, because when we were at the panel, May had a main stage panel with Zen and Tomoe Umari, right? And, of course, you know, Zen's in our agency and I know May very well, so it was really silly just being in the audience for that, where it's like, I know you guys. I did feel a little sneaky secret at times. There were a couple times at panels where I'll tell the stories. There were a couple times I ended up at panels where I got mentioned at and I was just in the audience like trying not to laugh, being like Is this the beefcake model? No, this is my Bricken model. This is a model I already have, Just Call. Anyway, as for where we are today, also not wrong, true. Everybody, welcome to, where were we? Oh, this did not save properly. Anyway, we're in, like, Mississippi. It's Mississippi. Welcome to North America, everybody. We are in Mississippi. Mississippi. Wait, not Y. That one. Oh, dang it. All right, yeah, if you won the last, well, it's not the last lottery, but the last lottery of 1.0, that's pretty cool. You're pretty cool for that. You're kind of cool for that, you know? Dusty failed spelling. I'm sorry. It's close enough. It really is. I'm sorry, Mississippi. Just a little sippy of Mississippi. Hey, Janan. Asia forever. You'll have your chances, Duntham. You'll have your chances. Another reason, by the way, I wanted to stream today, everyone. Not only is this the final stream of 1.0, because it's been like 9 days since I last streamed, I needed to remember how to stream before Saturday. I forget really quickly, and I was like, all right, let me like press buttons to make sure I know what I'm doing before Saturday. Also because I couldn't set up any of the new stuff until right now, because I needed to do the stream, right? So it's like I can't set up any of my new stuff or new overlays or new toggles or anything until after the stream. So I was like, I gotta do it. So glad I got to meet you. Yeah, it was good meeting you too, Mario. It was good meeting you too. Good meeting everybody. I'm going to talk about that later. We're going to go through Offkai. We're going to go down the list. I'm just going to be careful about names of VTubers because I don't know who wants to be said that they are, of course, publicly with somebody else or anything like that, right? Like in person hanging out. So I'm going to try and avoid names except for people who I know are like pretty cool with that sort of thing. So there will be, I'm not going to name drop every single VTuber I hung out with, but let me tell you that I had a list of 75 or so people that I wanted to see, and I saw 73 of them. There was 2 people I missed, I want to say, that were on my list. But yeah, you could just assume that if I know somebody and they were at Offkai, just assume I saw them. That you'd be correct, pretty much. Why are you a jiggly piece of fried pork skin? No, you see, this is a 1 pound of ground chicken. It's slightly different. Hey, Axo! I'm excited for me, too. I won't mention you were hanging out with Brad Pitt and Obama. Scab, can I mention you? Can I have permission? Can I have Scab permission right now? To mention Scab? Because if you're here, I could just ask and say like, okay, yeah, then I was doing this with Scab. I saw Scab. Scab was cool. Scab's really cool. Scab picked me up. Scab picked me up. Scab is stronger than me, by the way. Yeah, commands have been, it's been a while since commands. It really has. Med check. Did he princess carry you? Yes. Well, no, he didn't, but Kono did. Kono Tomo did princess carry me because he is also stronger than me. Kono Tomo did do that though. That was true. Yeah, I did refuse to dropkick. Somebody wanted me to dropkick them and I refused. So I sent them to go get a glizzy instead. Only if you go on record, tell everyone I have a full set of hair. Scab does have a full set of hair. Scab has a better hairline than I do, I think. Scab is not bald. Scab is not bald. Scab has a good hairline. Scab is beautiful. A beautiful beast. All right, cool. Yeah, I hope everybody can attend. It's so worth it, honestly. It's so worth it. And it was so much fun. Okay, so how today is going to go, we're going to talk about Offkai. We're going to talk about what I got up to there, all the fun adventures, all the fun stories. And we're also going to talk about, hey, this is the end of Sclimbo 1.0. Saturday is going to be the big 2.0. Things are going to change a little bit. Visually a lot. So let's say, you know, one final goodbye to everybody who was here before the big day, right? To all the OGs who were here with me through my journey to become a real male VTuber. We're going to do that too. But first things first, let's talk about Offkai. And feel free to chat. And if you did something with me, feel free to say it. I'm fine with you saying what I did. Like if you met me or something like that, that's fine. I just want to be careful of other VTubers because I don't know who's public and who's not, right? I'll be very cautious about that. Except for the people I do know are cool being talked about, so... Yeah, we're going to be converted into beings of light. All of us are becoming beings of light. Oh yeah, funny story. Before I met you, I saw a Jack guy in a tank top and thought it was you, and that's how I met Kono. Yeah, Kono's kind of the biggest dude I've ever seen ever. Kono's kind of the most Jack dude of all time ever. That's why I kept telling you guys, like, I'm not going to be the biggest person there. Let me make that clear. I'm going to be decent. My friends did the Sclimbo and Snoozy cosplay we met you in. Yeah. I can't believe there was a cosplayer. There was a Sclimbo cosplayer, and I can show you a picture, too. I do have some pictures to show. Yeah, people did tend to say I looked exactly like my model. They were like, oh, wow, that's Sclimbo. That's clearly Sclimbo. You did see me, Mog. You did see me, and I'll talk about that. All right, so let's go through the list. I have a list of stories and a list of the proceedings of events, right? So... as usual, flight out was actually pretty chill. I, as always, can't be defeated in the sky, so I got window seat, aisle seat, no middle seat. So I got bada boom, bada bing, easy peasy. All my flights were early on the way out. It was a super, super easy run. Hey, Sharpshot, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Super easy run, no problems at all. I get into San Jose, probably like 9 p.m. on Wednesday. So I'm there on Wednesday night. What I did was, because my Airbnb wasn't ready yet, I actually went to crash at a different hotel. A hotel of other friends of mine, basically. And among those were my good buddies, Daya and Mog, of course. And so I went to hang out with Daya and Mog and their hotel crew for a little bit. There's other people there, but I think they said they were all fine being talked about. So yeah, it was like Daya, Mog, who was there? Slushy was there, Slushy Water 52. Renoxy was there. And... There were other people. Oh, Ace! That's right! Ace was there! I'm really excited to see Ace. Ace P. Caswell. Good buddy of mine. Yeah, before my meet and greet. Yeah, you did run up and hug me. Yeah, Ace was there too. Where do you guys find all the money and time to go to these cons? Well, time's not a problem because I'm a full-time VTuber. Money was funded by you guys. And even then, I spent way too much. Ubers cost a lot. So does food. I spent more money than I should have. My budget is kind of it's oopsie, and now everybody's trying to pull me to TwitchCon too, and I'm like, Uber cost was crazy. I think I spent $230 on Ubers. It was so bad. I had so many places to go that were spread out was the problem. So last Offkai, I didn't spend like any money on that stuff because I was right next to the con last Offkai. I could walk to it, but we were probably about like. It was like a 40-minute walk to the con from my Airbnb, which I did do sometimes, but I had to go to so many off-campus events for like mixers and stuff that I ended up Ubering constantly. It was like $250. It was crazy. Bus was $250. Yeah, I couldn't wait for the bus a lot because I was so busy that I had to be there like, okay, I need to be at this place in 20 minutes. Like, I can't wait, you know? $12 on transit? Damn. You want to go to Offkai next year between that MagFest? Yeah, I'm going to MagFest too. I think I'm going to do TwitchCon, MagFest, and Offkai. Right now. I think those are the ones I'm going to do this year and next year. So we'll see. Hey, Sino, what's up? This is what he looked like IRL, by the way. Yeah, I did look like this IRL. Very true, Sino. Very true. Popped in from Twitter. Hey, Truckoon, what's up? What's going on? This is why you picked a hotel that was on the light rail line. I think I was also technically on the light rail line. I just couldn't wait for the light rail many times. Because it'd be like, oh, I need to be there now. Like, don't get me wrong. I was late to most events because I was at other events. Like, there were so many overlapping things. That's me. Thank you for the 5 gifted. That helps me. That helps me recoup my vicious costs. Thank you so much, Hatsby. Oh, also, just a funny through line from this convention I need everybody to understand is I was in a very Asian time of my life this weekend. A very Asian time of my life. I ate out about 8 times, okay? Every single one of those meals was Asian food. I did not have a single non-Asian food, except for, I think I had some Taco Bell at one point, late night. But that wasn't like an out meal. Every single meal I went to was Asian food. I think it was like Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Korean, Japanese. Like, I don't know what happened. It's just everywhere I got invited, it was just all Asian food. I felt great, actually. I felt like I was in Japan again. Like, I was walking so much and I was eating all Asian food and stuff. So I started to feel, my body felt as if I was in Japan again. And I was like, wow, I love this feeling. I like felt stronger than usual, honestly. I did not go to Jollibee's though. I missed there was a Sclimcore Jollibee's meetup, but I missed it because I was busy. I was really busy. I didn't have any Vietnamese though. Just Japanese, Chinese, Korean, mostly Japanese. It is the easiest with big groups, Kuma. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Anyway, yeah, so I got in on Wednesday night. Everything was pretty cool. Hung out with some people at the hotel. And then we got to Thursday morning. I love going to the con early because it's really nice to have an extra day to like hang out with friends before things start picking up, right? And then obviously there was badge pickup. Now, badge pickup was hell. Badge pickup was like a 4-hour line for everybody. Except me, because I'm really cool and got to skip the line because I had an exhibitor badge from Aegis Link. That's right. I didn't go to the badge line. I skipped it. No way. How can you just take planes like that and not be dead next week at work? Again, VTubing's my job, so. Yeah, I skipped it. I cut the queue. All right, see you, Hatsby. I cut the queue because instead of going to the badge line, I just went to the Aegis Link booth during setup and got my badges instead. Tee-hee. So that was cool. I got to dodge that 4-hour line. So, yeah, all right. So how it went down, Thursday, wake up, and we had a lot of time before anything started happening. So I actually went to the gym with Mog. Mog and I went to the gym in the hotel and did some lifts. It was actually really good. They had a decent hotel gym there. 4 hours for some people. Yeah, I heard it was going like all day. It was kind of crazy. But the gym hotel was actually really good. Usually I complain there's like 30 cardio machines and nothing else. And don't get me wrong, there were 30 cardio machines, but they did have like, they had like a full cable setup and they had like a chest press machine and an overhead press machine and like a pull-up bar. Like it was actually decent. It was decent. So we did some lifting there with Mog. I did some lifting. It was awesome. It was cool. Got like a sneaky, cheeky little lift in. And then it was time for the events to begin. It was time for things to begin. Oh, my model. Hold on. What happened? Hello? You can hear me? Oh, my body is destroyed. I just look like I'm frowning. Hey, can I come back, please? Hello? Hello? Why has this been happening recently? I'm going into labor! No, hold on. Let me reset. I don't know why it did that. Let me just reset VTube Studio. Can we not crash? That'd be a problem if it happened on Saturday. Hello? That would be a bit of a problem. No, my app looked normal. I don't know why it like stopped capturing or anything. It's not syncing. It is capturing me right now. 2.0 now? No, absolutely not. Hold on. Let me like... Hello? VTube Studio better not be having trouble lately. I don't want to hear that. There we go. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Don't put that on me. Hey, Mitchie. Don't put that on me. Don't put that evil on me. All right? Yeah, 2.0 is trying to break free. I know you can hear me. I know you can hear me. It was just my tracking and stuff like that. Oh, I better not be any issues for Saturday. I don't want that. We need tracking on Saturday. We need our highest possible tracking on Saturday because, oh boy. Oh boy. I'm not dying. I'm not, I'm not dying. Anyway, yeah, so events began. This is now Thursday. To place you in the time slot, this is now Thursday afternoon. So the con starts Friday. I have my badge, which means it was time for the SVA lunch where things started to go really silly. So I went to get like hibachi with everyone from SVA who was there. So staff and talents basically. So obviously, you know, Addy was there, Cammy was there, Snoozy was there. Yeah. And then staff was there, Etu was there. Other staff were there and stuff like that, right? 3B, thanks for the follow. Let me recalibrate. A lot of people were there. If you watched some of the other SVA Offkai recap streams like Addy's yesterday, you might know a few silly things that happened there. Such as egg magic. Did you hear about egg magic? Egg magic was what can I say? It was egg magic. For Magic Mike, who was our creature who's doing hibachi, right? Egg magic. He just made more eggs. Balloon free. We're getting a balloon free because I have a funny balloon free story. But listen. No, okay, the eggs weren't under the bowl unless there was something I didn't know about, because he lifted the bowl up and there was an egg. And we thought like, oh, that's a cool trick, sleight of hand, right? And then we talked about, so what happened was he was doing magic and he like was going to appear an egg under the bowl, right? Like magic trick, sleight of hand. Okay. He appears the egg under the bowl, right? It's like, oh, the egg wasn't there before and now it is. Wow, that's cool. And then we talked about that and we were like, wow, just one of those days. We were like, wow, that sure is crazy that you appeared that egg under that bowl. And then he was like, what if there were two? And then he did it again and there were two. And like at this point, we saw him lift the bowl. So it's like, wait, hold on now. Where did that come from? And then he was like, ha ha ha. And then he put the bowl back down. And then there were 5. And we were like, ah! Because he kept appearing more eggs. And like, he definitely lifted the bowl up. I do not know where these eggs were coming from. But he was magicking the eggs. Hence egg magic. It was, yeah, it went from like, haha, hee hee to, I think I jolted when the 5 eggs like appeared. I kind of like shook in my seat a little bit because I was like, oh, that's like infinite protein. Egg magic. The magic egg man. It was truly excellent. It really was. And then, and I know Addy told this story, but I'm going to tell you my perspective. The pullout incident. I feel so bad for this. The pullout incident. So this was I didn't think about this, but so we're going to pay, right? And it's like a tap pay, like a mobile tap pay platform, or like a card insert, right? And so we're all laughing and stuff like that, and I go to pay and my tap pay doesn't work. And I was like, oh, weird, I'll like put it in, right? Like I'll put it in. And so I put the card in and nothing happens, okay? So it's really quiet. And I'm just waiting for the card to do anything, right? And I just look around and we're just sitting there and I just go, should I pull it out? Or did I say, should I pull out? I think I said, should I pull out? And everyone looked at me and the waitress looked at me and started to like crack a smile, and then they were all like, Sclim! And I was like, wait, what? Oh! Because I just looked at her and went, should I pull out? The card, it wasn't doing anything. It wasn't doing it. I was just trying to. It wasn't bad. It was just, should I pull out? Have you ever said anything on purpose? Not even once. I just say words. I don't think about them. You can't call HR. We don't have HR anymore. But I did see HR. HR got, I mean, I'm sure you saw on Twitter. Congrats to HR. HR had some cool stuff happen. At the convention. But we did hang out with HR a little bit. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think it wasn't a Riz. I mean, maybe. Okay. Well, it wasn't a Riz attempt. I would say that's not really a good Riz attempt. Yes, proposal. Which was really cool. It wasn't an attempt. It was just, I was just, pull out the card that was in the reader. You know, yeah, HR is nice. Although I was really mad because HR gave me a goodie bag when she passed me for the first time because she saw me on the road. And in that goodie bag was a Rotom card that was ripped in half and stapled back together. And I was like, all right. Oh, another time, by the way, on the con floor, I think it was with Asian Mike, who I think I just saw in chat earlier. But Asian Mike ran into me and was like, hey, let's do a card battle. And for Pokemon, and it was like pick a pack, you know, see who wins, right? And I immediately frame one pulled an SIR, and I was like, watch this, I'm gonna pull SIR, and like, yeah, damn, walk away. Pretty cool, pretty aura, I would say. It was pretty sick. Yeah, I pulled an SIR frame one. It was pretty sick. I'm pretty good at it. I did another pack battle with Sino, I think that morning, and I pulled a art illustration rare because I'm blessed with good things only, you know. So yeah, that was the SVA lunch. A lot happened. It was really fun. I mean, the meal was amazing. Everybody kept giving me their leftovers, and so I had like actually probably 2.3 times the normal amount of hibachi because everyone was like, "Oh, I don't want my leftovers." And I was looking at it with puppy dog eyes, like, And so they were like, "Sclim, do you want it?" I was like, "Yeah." And so I ate it all that day. I did take it with me home, but I ate it all that night. Teehee. So it was good. It was like at least 1.3 times a normal hibachi order in that to-go box also. So very yummy. Very yummy. Yeah, gold sub batch. Yeah, it wasn't no leftovers in any meal I went to. Damn right, Scab. Damn right, Scab. We eat that. We eat that. A little treat for a growing Sclimbus. Yeah, I got to evolve soon. I need the energy, you know? I need the energy. So that was banger. SVA lunch was awesome. And then that night was like the Infinity Mixer event night. Because what ended up happening afterwards was the Nocturne Carnival. And Nocturne Carnival was a cool event. It was like a concert at Guildhouse, which, for those who don't know the area... Oh, hey, Exo. I was just about to talk to you. I was about to talk about you, buddy. No, we don't need any stones. You already have the Friendship Stone, and that's what makes me evolve. You know? But hi, Exo. Exo helped to run Nocturne Carnival, actually. And so I ran into this really funny situation where I got offered a VIP badge for Nocturne Carnival by somebody who's performing there. And I was like, oh, sweet, thanks. Like, absolutely. And then I got offered a different VIP badge by somebody else. And I was like, thanks, but I do already have one, but I appreciate you, and I'll see you there. So I stood in line for like, I think it got delayed. I think the event got delayed by like an hour or something. Hey, Starlight. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, well, I'm going to be around. Little Sclim's going to be around here and there, but the new one, you're going to not miss this one so much when you see the new one. Just you wait. Just you wait. You wait. Did my tracking die? Oh, no, there it goes. There it goes. There was a booth dedicated to Exo's cheeks? Wait, really? For real? I didn't see that booth. I didn't see that booth. I mean, I did hug Exo a lot, very often, multiple times per day, I would say. But I didn't see a cheeked up Exo at the booth. I didn't know. You heard nothing? I don't know what they're talking about either, Exo. I'm going to be so real. I'm going to be so real. In 9 months, you get attached? Yeah. There's a whole, like, third half of a booth loaded up with Exo posed up. Whose booth was that? Wait, whose booth was that? Could it have been Freem? I don't know. Yeah, Exo cheeked up and he didn't even know. That's kind of crazy. How can you be like cheeked up without knowledge? That's kind of wild, I would say. The 6-7 Street one, that was Freem's booth. If that was the 6-7 one, yeah.
Doesn't count. I'm having this
And this as a yummy snack.
Because I enjoy it.
That's crazy, actually. Yeah, but so Nocturne Carnival was really cool because there's a place called the Guild House, and I highly recommend it. If you go to Offkai, you have to go here. It is like around the corner from the convention center, and it's a big like open area plan bar that has like Smash setups and fighting game setups. So like you could just play fighting games and Smash, and it's free entry. So you pay for drinks, obviously, but if you don't drink anything, you could just go hang out there and play board games, and like there's couches. It's really nice. And it's like a great meeting spot to spend time at when you're at Offkai. Of course, since the VTubers were there, they were like, I think there was an Alban Nox stream like up on the screen or something like that. So expensive, so much room for activities. Yeah, they were showing VTubers on the screen. There were fighting games going on. Yeah, that was the bar with the projectors. You saw Casper had his stream put on one of those. Yep. Alban did too, from Niji. And there was just a bunch of those. There are a bunch of those. Private karaoke party there on Saturday night. Ooh, nice, nice. So yeah, that was where the Nocturne Carnival was, but I'd highly recommend anyone going to Offkai go there. And that was awesome because I feel like I met half of my friends there. Like half of my friends were there because it was like the first event pre-con, because we're still day 0 at this point, right? Still day 0. And so like I just was running into everyone there. Oh my God. I think I saw like 30 people there that night alone. I didn't go to ParkCon, no, because I was at other events. Because the other thing was some of the industry mixers happened that night, so I was at those as well. But I did hear about ParkCon and the fire there. But I went to a lot of the industry mixer side stuff. So I went to like Airs Mixer. I went to Blurp, the Blurp Rave. I went to Oshi Bar on Thursday night, not Friday night, because there were 2 Oshi Bar events. There was a concert on Friday and an industry mixer on Thursday. So I went to the Thursday, not the Friday. But yeah, I did stand in the line until I got told I did not have to stand in the line because I had a special badge. So I was standing in the line because it was like started a little bit late because of like scheduling and stuff. And then I eventually got pulled like, oh, you do not have to be in this line when they came around to check. And I was like, okay, yay. So I went in. Yeah, I was at Oshi Bar. Yeah, I was at Oshi Bar, Mitchie. Kind of crazy, right? Kind of crazy. The humble patient Sclim. Well, you know, I saw a line. I stood in it. I'm not gonna assume, right? Not gonna assume. I didn't really go to the rave. So there was a rave, but I went to the like 3rd floor VIP area mostly. I didn't actually go into the rave itself. I was above the rave in like a rooftop situation. But I'll explain as we go. It was really cool. It was really cool. Move in now, move back, hands up, hands down, back up, back up. Tell me what you got to do now. Move in and move out, hands up, now hands down. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. No, not above the plebeians. No. It's just I didn't want to rave because I would get really sweaty. I was gonna get really sweaty, but I was VIP rooming it up pretty hardcore. But yeah, so I went to Nocturne Carnival. A lot of fun. I actually had to miss some of it though because I had to get to Oshi Bar, the mixer there. So I missed a bit of it. I missed a bit of the presentations and stuff. I did manage to go back after everything later, but I missed like everything. It was like shutting down at that point, basically. It was not a club at Ibiza, no. Well, okay, maybe I abandoned you a little bit for VI. Listen, if I get invited somewhere and it's like an exclusive ticket, I'm gonna go because I feel bad. Because that spot could have been offered to somebody else, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'll go. You know, I'll spend a little time everywhere. So I spent like probably 2.5 hours at the Nocturne Carnival. And then I went to Oshi Bar. So I picked up somebody, I picked up a friend, and I went to Oshi Bar Mixer, which was in a nightclub. That was just straight up a nightclub. And again, just the comedic value of what I'm wearing is always funny, I feel like, because I'll be going to these events, right? And I'm wearing like a tank top and like Reebok shorts, and some people are like dressed up for nightclub, and I'm just standing there like a dork, like hee smiling, drinking like milk. Like I have a water, right? It's on brand. It is on brand. So I went to, yeah, you had to process who I was. Well, it was very loud. So I went to Oshi Bar. Great event. And I was there like pretty early. So we got to meet a lot of people before like a lot of people showed up. We were just going around and like extroverting, right? We were going around and being like, hey, what's up? Let's meet everybody before the actual like party starts. But yeah, like laser light show. There was an outside section, and there was this strobe light that would turn on every once in a while and just blast you in the eyes like a solar flare. That was pretty cool. But yeah, hung out with a bunch of people there, met a ton more people there. And eventually we like the friend I went with, we got them back to their hotel, and SVA had showed up a bit at this point, so SVA was there as well. And then I ended up going back to Nocturne because it was still going on, and there was a couple friend performances I had to hit because Ali had a performance there with Pegasus Witch, and obviously EXO was performing as well. And I got there, did miss them, definitely did miss them, which is bad. I was told that Ali's part was going to be at a certain time, and I think it happened earlier. And so I got back for that time, but I had missed Ali's part. And I was like, oh no. But it was pre-recorded. It's okay. It was pre-recorded. It wasn't like a live, like Ali could see if we were there or not type thing. But I did miss that because I thought it was going to be later. I was told it was going to be like a little bit before midnight. But yeah, Pegasus Witch was the only one on your list you didn't manage to find. There was like a VIP section of Guild House that a lot of people were hanging out in the back in. So You're only slightly mortally wounded. I know, X, I'm so sorry. I just, like, if things were on time, I probably would have been able to see everyone and hit Oshi and then come back and stuff like that. But the timing, it was just very unfortunate. Because I had to go to Oshi at a certain time to grab someone. And then I had to be back in time for that other thing. But I ended up missing everyone in the interim. But yeah, we did get to wish her well at the meet and greet. True. So yeah, it was a fun night. And then afterwards, I was at, I was at Nocturne, and one of my Airbnb people, because I was in my real Airbnb at this point, I like dropped my stuff off there. And I ended up just walking back with somebody from my Airbnb. We had like a 40-minute walk at like midnight back, and it was really cool. It was really cool out, comfy, just walking through the back neighborhoods and stuff like that. And yeah, it was just having cool talks on the way back. Then I went to bed. And this is where things got a little funny, because you probably saw this on Twitter. Let me show you an image, which is affectionately my sleeping situation. Do you like it? Do you like it a lot? Do you like my sleeping situation? By the way, that is a curtain from the wall. That is not a blanket. That is, I MacGyvered a curtain from the wall. Yeah, of course. I always bring an air mattress because I bring my camping pad when I go to cons because it's cheaper. Because what I'll do is I'll jump in an Airbnb or a hotel room that's already full, and I'll make the price even better by splitting it with them and sleeping on the floor on my air mattress. It's part of my plans. We saw this leaving the airport, just went do build different. Yep. But not a blankie. They were out. There were I think there were like 9 people at my Airbnb. Or some absurd number, right? So we were like out of pillows, we were out of blankets. So I took one from, I was like, a curtain, of course. And the kitchen was the only spot I could be. Well, so like I could have been in the living room, but somebody was already sleeping on the couch, and I didn't want to be like right next to them in case I like snored or anything. So I was like, let me go to the kitchen and sleep in front of the fridge. That's only slightly worse than how I sleep. Well, I want to preface, right? This is not the fault of anyone in my Airbnb. I went to the con knowing I was going to sleep on my camping pad on the floor, right? Like that was the expectation because I knew all the beds were already taken and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, no, that going into it, that is what it is. But as a consequence of this, right, I have the last laugh because think about it this way, right? Now we need to channel a little bit of Zen. I think Zen Buddhism, where suffering is temporary, but wallet is eternal. Okay? Because consider this. It is now July 30th, right? July 30th. Everyone's back from Off-Kai. And maybe, yeah, people probably spent $500, $600 on a place to stay. They had their good sleep. But right now, on July 30th, they're in the same situation I'm in. We're back home. Everything's the same. We've recovered. But I only spent $180 on lodging. It's the same logic as when I fly in Japan and I take the cheapest possible sleep. Suffering is temporary. An extra few $100s in my wallet is eternal. Okay? Understand my perspective. Yeah, you see, you spent $1,600. I spent $180 on my share of the Airbnb. And yes, I slept on the floor. And yes, it was rough, but it's over now. So that's the difference. That's so zen. It sure is. No, nobody was in the bathtub. But yeah, that's my perspective on a lot of this stuff. One must imagine Sclimbo comfy. That being said, I did sleep like shit. But that wasn't because of my sleeping location or equipment. Actually, I kept the curtain all weekend. I just kept it and kept using it. But the problem really for me is I just didn't sleep much, right? I've told you guys before, I can't sleep in. I have really big trouble sleeping in. So because I was staying up late, I just would wake up at like 6 a.m. And I slept very bad most of the con. I had a couple good nights, but that was because so kindly somebody in my Airbnb after the second night ended up swapping with me for a night. They were like, dude, you're gonna like die if you don't sleep. So do you want my bed for a night? And I was like, yeah, sure. Because it was an important day, right? So I did swap one night to have a bed, and then I went back to my camping pad. But I did end up also having more pillows and blankets as the nights went on, because I was given more. And I slept in a closet at one point. I slept in a little walk-in closet for a couple nights. That was cool too. But I did get some more. There were some extra blankets and pillows. It was just that first night everybody was asleep, so I just grabbed what I could find, you know? Slept on the ground in the forest before, not actually that bad. Yeah, exactly. The curtains and power move. It really is. It really is. I did look kind of zombie on Sunday. Yeah, I was wearing my glasses the whole time on Sunday because my eyes looked like shit. So I just wore sunglasses the entire time inside, like hangover glasses. I was like, You slept 8 hours over the course of 3 days? See, I would die. I at least got 4 hours every night. I think it was like 4 hours, 5 hours, 7 hours. And then it was like 6, 5 or something like that is what it was like. Yeah, I felt pretty good though. I did feel pretty good just because there's so much yippying going on that like physically I felt all right, but like visually I was very tired and messed up. But yeah, that was the sleeping arrangement, which was pretty good. You managed 7 or 8 every day. That's really good, Zajac. That's so good, actually. That's a banger. That's a banger. Yeah, that was the Sclim sleeping arrangement. Let me put this back for now. It was good though. I have no problems with it. Like everybody was like, "Oh, poor Sclim," and I was like, "I asked for this. This is cheap. I asked for this. You know, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing." Yeah, easy to sleep when drunk. That's fair. I don't drink, so not easy for me to sleep. I was just like waking up early and stuff. But it was nice because we had like an outdoor area at the Airbnb. So I would get up every morning and just go breathe fresh air and like hit a monster or something and be like, and go outside and like wander around for a little bit in the sun. It was very cool in the morning. I mean, the thing about San Jose is because it's the Bay Area, it has a really good temperature. Like it doesn't really get hot there as it does in other parts of Cali. So the mornings, it was like 60. It was like 60 degrees in the mornings, 88 during the day. It was the best possible weather for Offkai. It stayed between 60 and 80 and it didn't rain. And it was sunny the whole time. It was like, whew, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. You miss Central Cali weather? Yeah. The morning air slams monster. Exactly. Exactly. It was really nice. We got so lucky. We were blessed for weather. So that brought me to Friday. Because that was Thursday night into Friday, right? And Friday was, what did I do? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So Friday I ended up going to dim sum for lunch. This was another Asian meal, right? I ended up going to dim sum as like a mixery thing. It wasn't like an industry thing. It was just with like 12 other VTubers that I know or have like we're meeting for the first time. It was a lot of like small agency VTubers, some indies I know and stuff like that. I'm not going to say names because I know it was kind of a private affair. But you know, there's a little bit of the boys energy going on there, you could say. Yeah, the waitlist for airs was like 200 people along. We'll get to that later. But yeah, so I went to a dim sum. It was a lot of fun, great food. We had like 30 plates of food and we're just yapping, meeting each other and stuff like that, hanging out. It was really good, dim sum. And then the con actually started. So like at this point, like the con's actually open, right? Now I had to go work at Aegis Link. So I went to Aegis Link and I worked the booth for a couple hours. One thing that was really fun is the panels. I didn't get to too many panels, but I sat in on some. And we went to, did you see that Amo, Orisa, and Lux were doing a panel on like RP and how to run RP events? So I thought this was so funny. Like half of us from Adventure Ascension were hiding in the audience of that panel. It was a good panel. I ended up going a little late because I had to finish up working at Aegis Link, but like half of us, because there was a panel that was like a lot about Adventure Ascension because that was the recent one that they ran, season 2, and like half of us were in the audience. It was like a lot of the atelier were in the audience. And so it was really fun to be like, like watch a panel and they're like talking about, you know, Lux is talking about our characters and, you know, our whole events and the plot and stuff like that. And we're like, hee. Yeah, there was a lot of surprise me at panels and I got jump scared by a few of them. There were a couple panels that had me in them and I was like, oh, hi. I didn't know I was there. I was in the audience of some of those. So you look at a random place, yeah, Sclimbo everywhere system, as we say, Sclimbo everywhere system. So I sat in on Lux panel and then I kind of just like hung out with some friends for a while. And conveniently, that was really funny, is one of the friends I was hanging out with, we wanted to go to round 1. This is Friday night. We wanted to go to round 1 because there was a big meetup at round 1 happening at 6 p.m. on Sunday. But this was kind of like a more private one. Because this was not the Sunday one. This was us going there before the Sunday one as a private event, kind of like, you know, some VTubers and stuff like that, right? So it was a very like invite only type situation. Of course, anyone could go to round 1. So we ran into some people there, but we were kind of like avoiding the crowd. And funny enough, the person I was walking with ended up parking 400 feet from our Airbnb without knowing that we were there. Like, that's just where they parked their car. So we were like, oh, let's just go to your car and go to round one. So yeah, we went to round one, met a bunch of people there and stuff like that. And it was a really fun night. I didn't play a single game. I mostly just talked with VTubers and stuff like that and hung out and stuff. But I got to hang out with a bunch of people there. I'm sure if anybody, this is a weird question. If anybody's watched other Off-Kai recaps, has anyone talked about that? The Friday night round one, because I don't want to say names unless I know people are cool with it. But if other people have already talked about it and said that they were there and said hi to me and stuff, I don't know if anyone's seen any of those. So if anyone was like, I went to round one and saw Sclimbo, just tell me, because then I can say their names. But yeah. You were there Friday night too? Oh yeah. Yeah, I was there, I think like till midnight maybe. It was late. It was pretty late. I think it was like 9 to midnight or something. I was there. Nothing really happened. It was just cool conversations. Like, we were just having good chats and stuff like that. We were just having really good combos. You missed out on the early portions of Addy. Yeah, Addy wasn't there. I actually like did not see SVA too much outside of the Thursday meetup and like some of the mixers, but I didn't see the rest of SVA for like all of Sunday and most of Saturday. I want to say most of Saturday. You went to Jollibees, then round one. Gotcha. Yeah. So I think I might have left at that point or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was really good. Really good. We had a good time at round one. Talked with a lot of people. Hung out with a lot of people. We were just like chatting about VTuber stuff for like 3 hours. It was awesome. But as you can imagine, right? Just jumping back and forth between all these places. We had a really funny one where one of the people I was hanging out with, I think, you know, he's fine with it. But I was hanging out with Nanomancer. And we ended up getting sushi, and then like he took the wrong order, then went back and got the right order, so he got like double sushi, which was pretty good. That was kind of a banger. And then Saturday was a lot of industry stuff. Good luck on 2.0. Thanks, Ryan. Hey, Ryan, what's going on? It's gonna be good. This is the last 1.0 stream. Welcome. You met a certain other VTuber there who was incognito. Yeah, there were a lot of VTubers. Like, what I've noticed and what I'm learning, being exposed to like the wider VTuber community, I would say, right? Like the community of VTubers who are like, I would say known VTubers, right? To put it that way. People are very private, and there's actually really good reason to be. In fact, I learned myself, like, having my name on my badge and stuff, like, it was cool, and I appreciated it because I got to say hi to everybody, and everyone came up to me. But I was so busy, I couldn't, like, go and do things, you know? Like, I understand why people, go incognito now. And they were kind of like, hey, Sclim, in the future, you might want to consider doing that, too. So, like, I did get advice. I did get advice from some people who are like, Sclim, you might want to consider going a little more incognito in the future. And I was like, maybe. Something to consider. But yeah, things get very private, for sure. Things get very private later on, for sure. Like locations and people and stuff like that, so. Yeah, undercover tubers are fun. Off-Kai was a great time. Yeah, they can just go places and nobody knows, yes. Off-Kai had me going, who? Yeah, I feel like I know most VTubers at this point. Like, pretty much everyone I ran into, I at least had heard of. And I was like, oh yeah, I know you. Like, we're mutuals on Twitter. But, yeah. Friends who went incognito or went as themselves day one, incognito the other two. There might be a play to that because I do want to say hi to everybody. I do want to like see everybody and say hi and hang out, but like there was a benefit to like there were a couple days I didn't tell anyone I was going anywhere and I snuck away for a few hours just to do stuff on my own. Like Artist Alley being the big one. Sunday morning, I showed up to the con really early and didn't tell anyone I was there so I could actually go and say hi to all the people at booths and like in the Artist Alley and finish seeing it that I actually wanted to. Because if I told people, like I would have been dragged away. So I was like, hee hee. I didn't actually meet Beepers. I didn't meet Beepers at all, actually. I think it was one of the people I missed saying hi to. You know? Took your badge off anytime you're outside the con? Yeah. That wasn't my first con. No, I went to Off-Kai last year, and I've been to MagFest. I also used to go to Anime Boston a lot, but yeah. That was my first VTuber con with SVA, though. Hey, Zora. But yeah, so Saturday was funny because I actually jumped out of my Airbnb a little bit early. That was the day I slept well because I got the bed. So I slept pretty well, woke up in my normal time and got out of the Airbnb at like 9. And I went to the con to actually hang out with some friends, and they wanted to sit in on a VTuber design panel that was run by Wild Spice and Raystar. And I was like, yeah, I'll come sit in on that. Sure. Like, I'm bad at design. So even though like 2.0 is already designed and stuff, it might be good to know for like future outfits and stuff, because I'm terrible at design. So I was like, yeah, I'll go learn stuff. Right. And they ran a really good presentation. And it was funny because they used like SVA silhouettes in the presentation, and I'm sitting there like covering my mouth being like, oh my god. And then I was in it as well. And I was just like hey Jax, what's up? You so excited about tomorrow? I love my ushi. Well, it's Saturday, Jax, but yeah, it's like tomorrow in some time zone, so that's fair, right? Like if you're in Japan, it's tomorrow, so that's valid. I would say that's valid. I would say. Was that the BugTuber one or the other one? No, that was, it was run by Wild Spice and Raystar. Yeah, you know, I could understand it. Yeah, I know it. I understand, because like usually this would be the stream before, like the day before, to say goodbye to 1.0. It's just 2 days before, or a day. Yeah, math. Because I need to prepare tomorrow. So it's Saturday. Yeah, Jax is amazing. Jax is incredible. Jax is very cool and great and amazing, and you should check her out as well. But click on Jax. Click on JaxTuber. Your silhouette's astoundingly recognizable. Yep. And so I ended up being in that presentation, which was really funny. I didn't go up and introduce myself, but I did message them later, and I was like, hey, awesome presentation. Thanks for including me. Like, hey. Yeah, there's a lot of watch-alongs. It's gonna be great. Yeah, show up to Jack's stream. Jack's cool. Jack's very good. So yeah, I went to that design panel. Then I had lunch with Scab, who we saw earlier, and Scab bought me Pokeball. I've never had a Pokeball before, but Scab bought me Pokeball, and it was very yummy and big, and it was good. We had a good lunch, and then I worked at Aegis Link again for a little bit, and that's when I think Allie came around. Yeah, because Allie had came around to the booth, and we said hi to Allie and stuff, because Allie's going on hiatus for a bit, so we said like hi to Allie, and we were like, Allie, we love you, bye bye. So we said hi. Yeah, I didn't realize I had like a biblical experience with the Pokeball at one point where I've never had one before, right? So I ordered it, and they were like, okay, what protein do you want? And I was like, oh, salmon. And then they looked at me and they went, you have 2 other scoops. And I had this like, I can have more moment. And I was like, I want more. And so I got scallops on there as well, and shrimp, I believe. But I did it. They were just like, you have 2 more scoops. And I was like, oh! So happy. More protein. So it was incredible. Yeah, it was a very good bowl. You know, it was just good to have. I mean, I think one thing I would recommend for anybody going to conventions is don't eat slop. You feel so much better when you don't eat slop. And maybe that's because I'm 31. But like, you know, Taco Bell's great. I had some Taco Bell. Pizza's cool. You have pizza a lot at parties and stuff like that. But like, honestly, I think one of the reasons why, despite my lack of sleep, I felt so good was because I was eating good food. I was eating like good Japanese food, good Chinese food, good poke bowl, good no vegetables, good Korean. And I felt really good. I drank water. I was hydrating. I was hitting my emergency. Like, I'll never forget, actually, at MagFest, I felt crazy because I was not sleeping well at MagFest. However, every single morning I would go to Silver Diner and get a acai bowl, and I swear that acai bowl added like 3 hours of sleep every single time I ate it. Like, eating well at a con, please, highly recommend. Do not eat slop. You'll feel so much better. Drink your green veggie sludge. No, I don't want it. It's stinky. Hey, Pinky. So yeah, please do that. But yeah, I had a good lunch, and I went to work at Aegis Link, and then we got to the mixers. Which is where Balloon Addy enters the story. Balloon Free enters the story at this point. Oh, Balloon Free. So I think Addy talked about it on her recap, but Addy's pretty small. A little bug, as you can imagine, right? So Addy thought that it'd be a good idea to draw herself on a balloon that says ad-free VT pointing down to her and trail it behind her. So she tied it to herself. And it just pointed to her at all times and said ad-free VT, right? But it turned into like, we looked like huge dorks. Because, you know, we were going to the Airs mixer, and I'm sure you've heard on Twitter and stuff like that, there was a huge wait list for it. Not everyone got into the Airs mixer. And it was an awesome mixer and stuff. Really appreciate Airs and what they did there. Really great time. But I need you to picture almost like a regular show bit, right? We go to this mixer. Everyone is very nicely dressed. There's people who have dresses on. There's people who have suits on. There's CEOs there. And then in a line, you have Addie with a balloon trailing above her that just points to her that says ad-free VT. And I'm standing there in my shorts and tank top with a goofy smile on and sunglasses. And everyone else is wearing like really fancy clothing. And we're just like, yeah, and the forehead name tag on Addie. Yeah. It was really good. No, honestly, like, no, we were joking about it. We're like, yeah, it's just SVA. This is just our brand, pretty much. It was just our brand. It was really just like, yep, that's what SVA is about. We're goofy, right? We're very goofy. The point of suits is to stand out. Therefore, when everyone's being fancy, being silly stands out. It was the meta choice. I did meet tons of people at the mixer. And, you know, I did have the benefit of, like, honestly, and I mentioned this before, like, way more people than I expected were aware of SVA and who we were. So whenever I'd introduce myself, like, it was crazy. When I would introduce myself, 90% of the time, the response I would get back was, I'm excited for your 2.0 on Saturday. Like, they even knew about that. So I was like, oh, cool. Okay, so I don't have to, like, look like a huge dork. People do know who I am at the very least. So I was like, oh, cool. All right, awesome. Audacity trumps form every time. So true, Deadly. So true. So yeah, we had a great time at the Airs Mixer. I was there for the full, like, 4 hours. So this is probably the last time I really saw everybody from SVA, because Snoozy and Addie went to go to round 1, I believe, or they went to do something else. And I just ended up being like, hey, like, you know, I'll be the SVA rep at all of these mixer events that are going on, and I'll stick in, right? So I actually ended up, so Vera, everyone knows Vera Samila, great friend of mine. Vera and I just tag teamed all of the industry mixers. We, like, combined our powers, right? Our powerful powers, and we just tag teamed all the mixers together for like 8 hours straight. We were just like screaming over music, meeting people, just 8 hours. Vera, absolutely incredible. Like, it was insane. We even got to a point where the CEO of Blurp made fun of us for completing each other's sentences. We were like bouncing off each other so well when like networking with people and saying hi and stuff. We ended up being like, the CEO was like, so do you two like stream together? And like, we were just maxing, finishing each other's sandwiches. Yeah. So I ended up hanging out with Vera all day. I'll see you on Saturday. Yeah. See you there, Tux. See you there. Yeah. Vera's incredible. Vera's a very good friend. Vera's a very good friend. So I was hanging with Vera for probably the most, I would say, all weekend. I hung with Vera. It was like watching a fusion dance. It really was. It really was. So we like comboed. So we stayed at the Airs Mixer for like all the 4 hours it was running. We met a bunch of people, and then we went to Blurp. So there was a rave run by Blurp, which is an alerts company. So they do a lot of alerts and integrations and stuff like that for Twitch and YouTube. They're working on YouTube integrations as well as stuff. And so we went to Blurp, and we went to the 3rd floor. This was another actually really funny clothing situation. Hey, Kingdom, what's going on? It's me, Sclimbo. So we went to the 3rd floor of Blurp, which was like the VIP floor, basically, right? And despite us being, I think, like 2 hours late there or something, the party hadn't really started yet, so there's only like maybe 15 people there. And once again, this one was actually harder because like everywhere else I was extroverting, right? I was like jumping in, meeting everybody, being super yippee. Even I felt very out of place at this mixer because I didn't know if it was for VTubers or not. And the reason why, so once again, I'm coming from Airs with Vera, right? Vera is dressed like Vera does. I have my tank top and shorts on. We walk up to the VIP floor through an elevator, and the doors open. Nobody has name tags on, and I swear to God, people are wearing Balenciaga and Supreme. So once again, I'm standing there, tank top and shorts and sunglasses, and everyone's wearing Balenciaga and Supreme, and I'm like, am I in the right place? Is this the right place? I don't know. It was the right place. I didn't know, because what I thought was like, oh wait, maybe this is like a streamer event, not just VTubers. I thought like, oh, maybe this is just like face cam streamers as well in the area. But yeah, everyone was like crazy dressed. And so we were just like, well, Let's figure it out. And we did. We networked regardless, and they were VTubers, just some very nicely dressed VTubers. But it was just this constant through line of like looking like SpongeBob in like you know the image when SpongeBob is smiling and his shorts are like up to his like neck and he's got the really rosy cheeks. It was like that, me all the time at these mixers when everyone else is wearing like hot girl and hot guy clothing, you know? Even VTubers can dress nicely, and they do. Smile and wave, boys. I will say, I once again maintain, VTubers have aura that you can recognize. I did have this crazy moment of, there was a VTuber friend who we hadn't seen yet in person, but we knew was at Guildhouse. And all they told us was they were in the drink line. And the drink line had about 30 people in it at the time. And I looked through that drink line, I saw somebody from behind and was like, that is him. I think that's him. And I was right. It's like stand users. VTubers attract each other. There's aura. You can just tell. If you're like clued into the Akashic record, you can just tell. No, it wasn't EXO. It wasn't EXO. It was somebody else. And I had never seen them before, because I've seen EXO before. You know, hung with EXO at CarrierCon. But I'd never seen them before, and I was like, that's them. That's gonna be them. And I was right. You know? Whenever I go to nerd events, even just cinema, because I swear nerds have a dress code. This wasn't even that. There's just an aura. VTubers have like it's a stand user aura. I swear. The stand user could be anyone. Yeah. It really is. Yeah, chatter at Guildhouse got you from Laugh Alone. Yeah, I got a few times by voice. True. But I didn't even hear them. They were not talking. It was just, and I didn't even see them from the front. I saw them from behind, and I just knew. I was like, I think that's them. And bada boom, you got a sense for it, right? I can sense VTubers. What can I say? But yeah, so we had a good time at the rave, and then we went back to our Airbnb, and we were having a little party at the Airbnb with like 20 people or so. With a lot of people from, honestly, it was a lot of the people from like the Luxy RP circle, I guess I would say, at that party. So I got to hang out with a bunch of people there. Utter was doing insane work as the bartender. Utter was absolutely locking it down there. That was cool. They understand the weakness of the flesh. True. Stand users attract other stand users. Yeah, that they do. I couldn't get over the Balenciaga thing. Was so funny. And I was like, are we in the right place? I don't know. I believe in gravity. I do. And that was Saturday. I stayed up really late. I stayed up till like 3 a.m. on Saturday because a lot of the SVA staff came over. I think a lot of the talents went to bed, but staff came over as well. So, you know, Puns was there, Etu was there. We were all just hanging out, eating pizza and talking and stuff like that. Got some late night Taco Bell, yapping, all that good stuff. Met a lot of cool people. So, there's a VTuber approaching, yeah. And then Sunday. So Sunday, I snuck out a little bit early to say hi to everybody because there was a lot of booths I didn't say hi to. So I went to, there were a few booths that had like fan merch of me and like SVA. So I went to say hi to them. And I got to see a few other people. Like there were some meet and greets on screens that I ran up to. I saw Addy was having a meet and greet and I went to that. I thought that was pretty funny. Hey, Whimsy. You should go to a con, Whimsy. You should. And so I went to Addy's meet and greet because Addy did like an impromptu one with Maki, with Kaiju Waifu. And we were like, hey, what's up? Wow, Addy, I'm a big fan. Wow, right? But actually, also, Yomi was doing a meet and greet on a screen there, but I had to the line was really long and I couldn't stand in it, so I didn't get a chance to say hi to Yomi, because I had to go somewhere else. But hey, Metal Cobra, thank you for the resub. Yeah, you didn't I walk with you? Yeah, that's right, Ayoda. You told me about it. You were like, Yomi's over there too, and Addy's over there. And I was like, oh, bet, let's go. And so, yeah, I walked with Ayoda over there. And the thing I was doing, though, was there was a meetup called the ToonTuber meetup. And this was the highlight, I would say. This was a big highlight, because this is where I met everyone in chat, basically. So, looking at my Discord, I realized by Sunday, there was a few people. It looked like there was a couple people in my Discord who hadn't seen me yet, who were looking for me. So I was like, you know what? I'll just say I'm going to be here. Right? I'll just go to it. So I hit up Discord, I hit up Twitter, and I was like, hey, I'm going to be at the ToonTuber meetup if anyone wants to come say hi. You know, it's kind of last minute. So I was like, yeah, last minute. I want to say hi. Plus, like, I know a lot of the ToonTubers, so I wanted to say hi to a few people there as well, like Lala and Bug and Nilbog and Gob and everybody. Again, I want to say hi again. So I get there at 1, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to talk to everybody. It's going to be pretty cool. Might be a couple people. There is a line of 30 people waiting to meet me. And I was so unprepared for that. So incredibly unprepared for that. I thought there was a couple. Yeah, there was a line the whole time. I thought that there was a couple. And I was like, oh, I saw like 2 people in my Discord who hadn't seen me yet. Like, I thought Orcus hadn't seen me yet. I know I hadn't seen Orcus, and Orcus was looking for me. And like one other person. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll be here. I'll just let everyone know I'm going to be here. And then there was a line of 30 people. Probably 40 in total if you include people who came in the line afterwards. And I had a cosplayer who was there, which I'm going to show you a picture of as well. Which was crazy. Where's my zoomed in picture? Where is it? Didn't I send this to myself? Oh, I'm dumb. I didn't send this to myself. Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought I did. The file was too big though. But yeah, I think it's I'll put it in Discord. But yeah, no, it was crazy. It was crazy. But the really silly part was I didn't know what to do, right? Because I'm tired at this point. It's Sunday. I barely slept. I have my sunglasses on. And now 30 people have shown up for a meet and greet. And I did not plan a meet and greet. And I was like, oh, you posted one on the SVA off-guy server. Can you DM that to me, Ayoto? I can grab it. And I was like, oh, and Etu had gotten me an onigiri. I didn't know this, but Etu got me an onigiri from Sakura Mart and passed it to me right as I got there. And so I had that too. And I was like, okay, I asked Etu, I was like, Etu, can you hold on to this while I do all of this, right? Etu misheard me and thought I asked, can you open this? Right? So Etu opened the onigiri for me and passed it back. And I'm like, so I just grab it and I sit down and start eating. And there is a semicircle of like 30 people standing around me, just silently watching me eat this onigiri. It was so uncomfortable. I was just like making jokes. I was like, hey guys, how's everyone doing? Like, this is what you're here for, right? Well, I very quickly, yeah, and everyone was just looking at me. Yeah, see, everyone in chat, that was great. They love to see me eat my yummy snack. The leader eats first. So yeah, I didn't expect that. Etu had misheard me when I asked if Etu could hold it and opened it for me instead.
This doesn't count. I'm having this
as a yummy snack
because I enjoy it.
So yeah, then I ate that really quickly, and then I was like, okay, let's make a line. Let's just make a line so I can say hi to everybody. And then I spent the next 2 hours just saying hi to everybody. And thank you all for coming. That was awesome. That was so cool. And we had a great time. It was nice seeing everybody. I was intending to, like, my intention was like, hey, RG, good to see you as well. My intention, you give the best hugs. I got that a lot, Orcus. I hugged like everybody. And I did get that a lot. There were like 3 people who were like, oh, can I have another hugs? They were good hugs. And I was like, oh, yeah, absolutely. So apparently I give good hugs. I'll take that. Film hug was solid? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But I wasn't anticipating, like my intention with the meet and greet was, okay, let me get the signatures out of the way and then say hi to everybody. So I was moving people kind of fast because I was like, all right, let me get like the signatures out of the way, get all that out of the way, and then I can just hang out and talk to everyone. But we ended up going the whole time, so I didn't get a chance to like hang out and talk to everyone. Like my intention was to make it more of just like a hangout thing. But I didn't actually get the chance to do that. So I'm sorry if any of it felt a little rushed. I was trying to just hustle through it so we could hang afterwards and just be like, yeah, what's up? But it ended up going the whole time and I had to leave. Hey, what's up, Kono? The man I held in my arms. Yeah, you princess carried me. Kono princess carried me with his big, strong, powerful arms. It's the dude with the huge... Yeah, it's the dude with the biggest arms ever of all time, forever. There's Kono. There's Kono. What's the strangest thing that got signed? Honestly... Nothing really. Most people just have me sign their badge or sign their stamp book or their like pin and stuff like that. I don't think I signed anything weird, actually. Did I? You sent me the cosplayer? Okay, hold on. Let me grab this. I don't think I signed anything weird. No, I didn't have a sign my belly. Hold on. Let me like zoom in on this picture so I don't get other people in the frame. Let me take a snip of this. Yes, Kono's the one who went to the CrossFit section and won the pull-up competition, of course. As you do. As you do. All right, I'm gonna be careful about this because there's like badges in frame and stuff like that. So let me grab this. Hold on. Easy pickings. Yeah, I'm glad you did that, Kono. Show them how to do a real pull up. show the CrossFit crew how to do a real pull up. No, that was the best part. Kono mogged them doing real pull ups, not kipping pull ups. So good job, Kono. You show them who's boss. Maybe they'll learn. Anyway, look at this. Look at this. We had a cosplayer, you guys. This was crazy. Do you know how weird it is to see yourself? To see yourself in person? Do you know how bizarre that is? It was insane. The maid we needed, yeah. Hey, that's me, Phantom. Thank you so much for doing this. No, I didn't actually talk to any of the CrossFit people. Congrats on the 3D model. Should have been on the SVA Gamer Subs. It's beautiful. It honestly is. It's like looking in a mirror. I had Etu take a Spider-Man photo. I didn't let people take pictures, but I had Etu take a photo of me and the Sclim cosplayer pointing at each other like Spider-Man. So I have that for me. I have that personally. That's how you found me. Yeah, no. The Phantom, you did a great job because you stood like above where I was, so people actually knew where to go. A lot of people thought you were me and like went that way, and then I ended up being there anyway, so. Meowster ass cosplay. Yeah, Ryzen. Yeah. Tank top and shades. He aped seeing himself in the mirror and recognizing. It really was. But this was incredible. Thank you so much for this. It's a weird feeling to have someone cosplaying you. An incredible feeling. I was like, I don't know what to say. That was the whole weekend. Is just, I don't know what to say, right? You know, like there was merch up. I was meeting everybody. I got to say hi to everyone. They were all excited to see me. I got to meet everybody. Had the meet and greet. Had a cosplayer. I was like, I don't know what to say. This is so beyond my expectations, you know? Just so incredibly beyond my expectations. And then, after that, what did I do? Right, I went to a main stage where May and Zen and Tomoe Umari were doing their thing. So a lot of us sat in on that. So we were there in the audience to support our friends. I do owe you a Jollibees raid. There were a ton of people at the ToonTuber meetup. We saw Sclim cosplayer and we're like, we'll stand next to them because Sclim will go there. Yeah, because there's a meetup for like all the ToonTubers, right? Like I didn't actually, I never got to say hi to Octopimp. I didn't run into Octopimp. I saw Octopimp a couple times. There were a couple people who I did see and was like in the room with, right? But I didn't get a chance to meet. I think Octo was one of those. Jollibee raid next year. Yeah, if I can find time, absolutely. The better bet is I'm probably at TwitchCon and MagFest. I'll be way less busy because those aren't VTuber cons. They're just like cons I go to hang out with friends. So, and Dyrus, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. So yeah, there was that. And then yeah, we went to the main stage thing with May and Tomoe and Zen. That was cool. And then I got a lot of Kura Sushi. I spent $50 at Kura Sushi, revolving sushi. I didn't go crazy. I had like 25 plates maybe. I didn't go crazy. But I had a lot of plates of sushi there at Kura, spent like $50. And then I went to a party. Afterwards. I Ubered on back to party number 1. And party number 1 was really fun. It was our good buddy Almontis. And there was a lot of people there. And it was funny because it was like all of my friends from last year were there. Like all of my Sclimbo factory friends were there for the most part. Not everybody, but for the most part, a lot of people were there. All right, see you Saturday, Karma. So it was cool because I got to like spend a little bit of time like talking to everybody where it's like, oh yeah, the OGs, right? The OG crew for the most part. So it was a lot of fun. It was so cute. Yeah, it was such a good hangout. We talked a lot, like sitting in the part, like the driveway, drinking and talking in chairs and stuff like that. And then I went back to the Airbnb where we were having a very, very like small meetup, basically. It was just our Airbnb and like a couple other people. We were having a small one. We watched a lot of we watched all of the Star Wars Connect dancing videos just because we were bored. It was amazing. And then Monday, actually, I had a lot of the day Monday too, because Monday I didn't fly out until the evening. So I went to Kura again and ate $70 worth of sushi that time. And then I actually went to a library with Vera. Not library, but like an old bookstore with Vera. And we found a bunch of old tomes. I found a bunch of really funny, like, there was an alien section, and I found all of like the foundational alien texts. Like, I found Zachariah Sitchkin's 12th Planet, which was where the Nibiru thing comes from. Like, the whole Anunnaki Nibiru thing. That's the book it came from. And I was like, yo, we got the tomes here. I saw a lot of, like, Graham Hancock stuff there. It was really cool. I don't know what bookstore it was, and I wouldn't say the name anyway. But, no, I'm not using Vroid now, Mecca. I'm using Live 2D, VTube Studio. But yeah, so I went to that for a little bit, and then as you saw, everybody got delayed leaving San Jose, partially because of some bad weather in Chicago, but also partially because there were like 20,000 people trying to leave San Jose. So like all of the flights got delayed. All of the flights got delayed. Yeah, I know how to use Vroid. Yeah, I've used one before. So everyone got delayed, varying extents got delayed. I dodged that shit because my flight was so late that when my flight delay cancellation happened, I had time to rebook and get there. So like most people got screwed. Like I know there were some people who were like stuck on the tarmac for like a day or stuck in the airport for a day, all that stuff. Like my own plane diverted like a whole hour to get out of the way of the weather around Chicago on the way back to the East Coast. We diverted a whole extra hour while we were in the air. But the thing was, my flight wasn't until like 7 p.m. right? So because of that, it was like 4 p.m. It was like 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. And I got the message that my flight was delayed and I was going to miss my connection because of it. So I was like, okay, bet. And I rebooked for a 5 p.m. flight and just went immediately to the airport from there. Because I was like, yeah, all right, well, I get like 2 less hours to hang out with my friends, but screw it, right? I gotta go. And so I rerouted through LAX instead of Salt Lake City, and I dodged that, and I got home on time, more or less. But it was plane, trains, and automobiles all the way back for sure. Because obviously, like, I flew back to Boston, but I had to get to Providence, right? Because that's closer to where I'm at, because I'm in Rhode Island. So I had to take the train from Boston to Providence once I was already back, and I had to wait for the trains to start. From Boston, I had to wait for the trains to start, and then I had to get back home from there also. So it was a bit of an ordeal. It was kind of a longer travel than it should have been. I talked with a guy in Boston at South Station who was telling me all about how he was telling me the inner intricacies of backing that ass up. He approached me, you know. He had a cool duster on. He approached me. Tell me about backing that ass up. It was a good conversation. Sorry, I don't really know how to use XR Animator. I forgot. It's been a while. Did you manage to dodge the Ghost of Lovecraft? That's always like a hazard, you know. But I'm from there, so it's chill. You know, I'm used to it. So yeah, I learned all about that, and then I got back home. South Station sure has some characters, yeah. Although whenever I get on a train, all I can think about is the train heading for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon. I just keep thinking about like Sonic Adventure train travel. I like South Station though. It's a very good named station, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, it feels very Sonic coded, where it's like Central Station and South Station and stuff. I think I saw Sclimbo at the airport. Oh, I did forget to say that actually. I ended up because of me swapping my flight, I ended up seeing Daya again. I ended up hanging out with Daya at the airport because I swapped my flight. And we also ran into, we hung with Heavenly. Heavenly was at the airport too, and we hung out with Heavenly for a little bit at the airport on the way out as well. I'd seen Heavenly earlier, but we didn't get a chance to hang out too much, but we hung out for a little bit. And then something really funny happened. Something really funny. Really funny. Nice model speaks to me. Oh yeah, no problem. Sclimbo was the last person I hugged. Yeah. I think you were the last person I hugged too, Daya. Yeah. I did have something really crazy happen. And I'm not gonna say any specifics here, but it was just, this is the general PSA to be careful, right? So I was waiting in line at one of the planes, right? And there were some people behind me talking fairly loudly about inner industry drama, like within the industry. And of course, I was hearing all of it because I was directly in front of them and they were being pretty loud about it. And mind you, we're like, you know, we're not like at San Jose Airport at this point, but we're like close enough to Off-Kai that like, it was very much like a, you never know who's listening moment. And so I feel bad. I think I scared the shit out of them a little bit. And I feel bad because I turned around and I was like, don't worry, I didn't hear anything. And then I introduced myself and kind of gave as polite as I could a warning of like, hey, just be careful because you like don't know who's listening, right? Like I could have been a sponsor or something hearing all of this, because we're pretty close to Offkai at this point. So I just like, I was like, I'm not gonna say anything, right? I'm not gonna, like, you know, it's none of my business. But I was like, hey, just be careful, guys. Like, we all have NDAs, and I introduced myself, and I was like, listen, I'm an agency VTuber as well. Like, let's keep it cool, all right? Keep it cool. Because I didn't want to hear more. And sure enough, I will say, when we got on the plane, there were other people that everyone was sitting next to, let's say, and it probably was a good idea that that conversation was stopped. Every day. Well, the thing is, like, there's a difference, right? There's one difference between if you're like with a friend who's also NDA'd, and it's not even like the gossip thing. It was just the location and the volume, you know? Because if you're at, you know, if you're with another friend who's NDA'd and you're talking in private, yeah, people talk about stuff, you know? Absolutely. But there's a difference for, like, you know, loudly in public, where it's like, we're near Offkai, like, and let me tell you, I was not the only person in that line. I can tell you right now, I was not the only person in that line. And so I was like, hey, to protect yourself, just like, be chill, right? Like, try and be a little more careful about how loudly you talk about that stuff. Like, there were names involved, you know? So I tried to, that was a really, really silly moment. I did scare them a little bit. I do feel bad, because I think they like, I think they got a little scared by it. Yeah, wait till you're at your home airport, or don't do it at all in public, right? Or don't do it at all in public. No. So yeah, it was just like a, hey, warning from one industry friend going out there. Just be careful. Just be careful. Hey, Cowboy, what's going on? Yeah, I was thinking, like, I wanted to protect them. That was my thought process. Like, I don't care, you know, whatever was, like, I'll say this, like, what, you know, what was being said had nothing to do with me. So I was like, hey, just listen, I'm hearing this right now. Imagine, you know, if I was like a sponsor or something like that, you know, just be careful. This should be done in the Discord group chats that get thrown in Google Docs as God intended. The Scared Sclim Straight program. Yeah, good to meet you. Hey. Rather than someone who controls their future. Exactly, because it's like, well, I didn't say this, right? Because this would have been very nefarious to say. But like, I could, and I didn't want to say it because it would sound like a threat if I said it this way. But I was like, listen, imagine if I was someone malicious, right? Imagine if I didn't say anything. I just heard everything, continued listening to the whole thing, and then I went and told everybody, right? Imagine I was someone malicious. That would have been a very bad situation. Or recorded. Yeah, God forbid recorded, right? So it's like, let me just like, I know it's going to be really awkward, and I know, like, it might not be looked upon favorably, but I need to, let's protect them, right? Let's protect them, protect me, protect everybody, and being like, I don't want to know about this. Let's not be loud about this. Other people might hear about this. You got to be careful, you know? You never know who's listening. You never know who's listening. Imagine if I was John Twitch. Imagine if I was John Twitch. Yeah, I did it the right way, but I feel like I didn't present it. I could have presented it better, because I said like, I didn't hear anything, and then they were like, what? And I was like, hi, and then I introduced myself. I could have been like, I could have turned around and been like, hey, this is gonna be really awkward, but like, there was a better way to do it. I was just very tired and, you know, sleep deprived, so that's what I ended up saying. But I could have done it much more like, hey, this is gonna be awkward for both of us, but Jim Twitch. Yeah, I didn't do it that way, though, so I kind of flubbed, I'll say like a 60% success, not 100% success. John Twitch told you to play more Roblox with pretty face cam streamers? Not a joke? Damn. That's crazy. I did meet a lot of, I did meet some, like, Twitch reps and a lot of agency reps, actually. So, yeah, I will say, hey, guys, you should check out AegisLink. AegisLink is really good. Like, I knew about AegisLink, I knew about their talents and stuff like that. You know, some of us, we haven't really talked much, but like mutuals and things like that. But AegisLink runs a good show. They're pretty great. Working at their booth was awesome. Everything was really like locked in. They knew what they were doing. Really big ups. I know we're friendly, SVA is friendly with AegisLink, but like, check them out. They rock. They're awesome. The CEO, Yoa, he's great. Everyone's great. Do they do ASMR? Just who do ASMR? Oh, AegisLink? I'm not sure. I haven't seen a lot of their stuff. They just had their new generation a couple weeks ago, Gen 2. So, just a couple weeks ago. Hey, what's up, Johan? Kept swinging by the Aegis Link booth and seeing new King Meg art standees. Yeah, well, they brought some over from CarrierCon because they were at Carrier as well. And so they got the King Meg art from CarrierCon. Hey, what's up, Raiders? What's up, everybody? My name is Sclimbo from Sox VTubing Agency. I'm doing Off-Kai recap right now, and this is my final stream before Evolution. I'm evolving on Saturday. So this is the final Sclimbo 1.0 stream. The little guy will evolve. Who? No! Me! Don't forget about me! But, Johan, hope you had a good stream. What were you up to? What were you up to? What's new? I'm so excited. You guys really aren't ready. You guys really aren't ready. I know, because I'm not ready. I know, because I'm... Hey, Mochi side 2! Double raid! What's going on, Mochi? How you doing? I met Mochi at Off-Kai 2. Hi, Mochi! Hi, everybody. What's up? My name is Sclimbo from Sox VTubing Agency, certified self-improvement VTuber. And this is the last stream before I evolve into my true form on Saturday. The final Sclimbo 1.0 stream before the big day. My whole thing... Now, don't you forget, everybody. Anyone who's here, don't you forget. He looks exactly like this in person. I know, Mochi, you too. You too. You look the same as your model. But don't forget, everybody, my whole goal as a Sclimbo is to evolve into a real male VTuber, a true male VTuber. And that time has finally come after 9 months of growing, of you being here and influencing my evolution and supporting me. It is finally time to level up. And that will be on Saturday. Are we going to expect Mega Evolution Sclimbo at some point? Maybe. Maybe. I could Mega Evolve. I think it's like more of a Digimon scenario because I can like unevolve. So you know how it is. Imagine being a male VTuber. Hey, Sai. Hey, what's up, Sai? New male VTuber. And Shangar, thanks for the follow. Hey, Swollen, what's going on? My friend Koizumi said Nuna casually introduced you to him and he told me he had stars in his eyes. Yeah, I did hang out with Nuna a good bit too. Nuna's always fun to hang out with. I love Nuna. Kirito, welcome in. Nuna's always fun to hang out with. Nuna keeps trying to get me to go rock climbing, and I really want to, but I don't want to get sweaty during a con. So I need to find some time to do that. Are you a 2-stage or 3-stage? I think this is probably like my final form. Digimon Crest of Whimsy is pretty good, though. It is pretty cool. I do think I'm gonna spoil one thing. I'm still cooking on it. Hey, Volcano, great meeting you all the time as well. I'm gonna keep cooking on this, but I want a Digimon, like, evolution intro for 2.0. Like, I really want you know how when they armor Digivolve, they're like, the blank of courage. I want one of those. I'm gonna do one of those for 2.0. It's gonna be really chuny and really cringe, but I'm gonna own it. And I really want one. I need to keep cooking. I'm kind of cooking. But I'm not gonna say like Digiarmor, but like, you know how they introduce themselves and they're like Magnamon, the flame of courage, right? I want to do that. Where I'm like Sclimbo, the blank of blank. Oh, I want that so bad. Yeah, we'll be a dinosaur with a machine gun, Sora. True. Yeah, guns and chains and... I mean, you saw the Twitter post about Malfi. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. The Sclim of Whimsy. It could be. I'm thinking freedom. Glad time. Thanks for the follow. I'm thinking freedom. Because, like, I'm kind of freedom coded. I love, like, wild freedom, right? Like, that's why I VTube, so I can, like, be in the woods and stuff like that at, like, at 10 a.m. if I want to. So I want to be like, you know, the VTuber freedom or something like that. Something cool. Some cool tagline for 2.0 when I evolve. Because I can also de-evolve, right? I can turn back into this. So Sclimbo 1.0 is not going to go away entirely. You just will not see it very much. It'll be a rare thing, probably. A rare thing. It's probably going to turn into a similarly rare thing to like the Brickin model and stuff like that. Probably. The Brickin of freedom. Yeah. Hope you had a good stream, though, Johan and Mochi. What were you up to? What were you doing? Hey, Yarn. It's like animal type freedom, then USA type freedom. Exactly. It's like spiritual freedom, you know? That sort of freedom. I think Sclimbo 1.0 is probably rookie stage, and I think my evolution's champion. No, actually, I think champion is probably going to be my 2.0. I also miss Off-Kai. Can we go back? Also going over Off-Kai? Nice, yeah. Can we go back? It was so fun. I'm actually really glad it's only 9 months away. So Off-Kai, they surprised us, and Off-Kai's in April rather than end of July, and I'm actually kind of happy about it. Because I'm like, hell yeah. Hey, Heavenly, what's going on? Move Off-Kai to Vegas. Hey, Heavenly, I was watching your stream. I like that idea. The best idea ever. Yeah, let's take the gotcha-brained VTubers and send them to Vegas. Let's get even more in debt. I think it's a great idea, frankly. I'm down. Listen, Vegas, I've been to Vegas before. Let's do it. We up. Let's do it. Vegas Con. Hell yeah. I'd be so down. Wouldn't mind an East Coast off-kai. Me neither. That would be good too. That'd be good too. Honestly, I'm going to tell you a secret. If you're looking for an East Coast off-kai, just go to MagFest. MagFest is the unofficial VTuber East Coast meetup because it's usually 6 months or so away from off-kai. So I feel like Mag is kind of like the unofficial like East Coast VTuber meetup for people who didn't go to off-kai or people who did and just miss everybody. So it's also nice because, again, it's not a VTuber event and it's so cool. Yeah, it's so cool. Hey, Sai. Because it's also like 4 days, 24/7 conventions. You just go and hang out with all your VTuber friends, basically. And party and stuff. Mag does rule. It kind of rules. I got sick like halfway through last one, but it was still a lot of fun. Off-kai in your backyard. Yeah, I did the math. I can make off-kai 2027 if I start walking now. I did the math on this. If I start walking now and I walk like, you know, handful, like a reasonable amount of hours per day, maybe like 6 hours a day, I can probably make off-kai now, like right away. You know, I can get there for April if I start walking now. So that could be good. Do you guys want to do like 9 months of IRL streams and walk to off-kai? That could be pretty cool. Sclimbo ball run. It's a fun contrast to off-kai because while off-kai is a programming con with limited con center hours, Mag's firmly 24-hour party con. It really is. Sclimbo walk-in streams. We're working towards that. Put off-kai in Boston so there's worse infrastructure and more drinking. Yeah. So it sucks. Yeah, let's put it in Boston so it sucks ass. No, Boston's sick. It's called PAX East. It really is. PAX East didn't have much this year, though, if I remember. I heard there was, like, nobody there. After hours at off-kai got silly. Yeah, they did. Oh, no, MagFest is the party con. Oh, no. See, MagFest is, I'm not joking, it's a 4-day con, and it's 24/7. The con does not close. So there's stuff going on at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., MagFest is the ultra party get fucked up con. I think Dragon Con is as well, I hear. I think Dragon Con and MagFest are like the party cons. Like, I went last year, or earlier this year. I went earlier this year to Mag, and I got sick halfway through, but I did get like 3 days there before I got sick. And it was crazy. Dragon D's, yeah, true. So I would highly recommend MagFest if you're interested in East Coast cons in DC. At the Gaylord. Mag is sold out already? Wait, no, what? No, hold on. It's not, right? I didn't even get my tickets. What do you mean it's sold out already? What do you mean? Hold on. I need those. I need tickets. Mag isn't started? Yeah, I don't think it's even listed yet. I was going to say, because it was well after off-kai last time I got tickets. It was last year's page. Oh, yeah. Tickets aren't on sale till September. We're chilling. Okay, cool. We're chilling. We are so chilling. I was so scared, actually. I was like, wait, no. I guess to be fair, it would be fine because I just go party, but MagFest is the one that makes Heavenly go, I'm never drinking again 4 times in a week. I don't know. Heavenly, you're still here. Can you confirm? See, here's the trick. I don't drink, but I do party. Hey, what's up, Mole? What's going on? I don't drink, but I do party. You have some good news. There's a Jollibee's 20 minutes away from the Gaylord. Yo, all right. Now we're doing it. So, like, you know, I don't partake, but I do dance and I do sing and I do get rowdy. But that's just me. I'm just doing it naturally, you know? I like having fun. What's so good about Jollibee's? Well, you see, as the Philippines' greatest ally in VTubing, I want to go to Jollibee's because I've never been before. Also, Dia said Jollibee's was like the best food that he had at off-kai. So now I'm like extra wanting to go. It was in Gundam. It's in a lot of things. Yeah, I've never been. But no, I'm not Filipino. I'm just the Philippines' greatest ally. I'm very white, as you can see. I have like 7 Filipino passes at this point. I've been accruing Filipino passes. And I have like 7 of them. So I'm becoming the Philippines' greatest ally. So. Pinoy mentioned, hey Broth, what's up? Yeah, I have 7 honorary Filipino passes. That's not a joke. I have actually 7. Yeah, Binka, you can give me more? Listen, I'm already at 7, but I'll take as many as I can get, right? That's more cred. You can dress as MacArthur and lead their army in defense of the island. Oh, You get half of one? Hell yeah. I'll take more. Listen, I'll take more. Give me another. All right, Velvet, like that. Sturd can vouch for them all. Yeah, I'm 300% Filipino. True. Hey, Anarchy, what's going on? Anarchy, I didn't get to see you at Off Guy. I think I saw you, but I didn't say hi. But I believe I saw you a couple times in passing. If you were there, unless I'm crazy. I think you were there, though. Sorry if I didn't say hi. Let me drink. Listen, I would let you guys put a Filipino hat on me. If you had like a Filipino flag hat, I would let you. Yeah, I did pass you a few times, I'm pretty sure. I didn't say hi because I was running around. But, and I wasn't sure. I was like, I think that's Anarchy, but I'm not 100%. But yeah, you could put a Filipino hat flag on me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Flag hat. Yeah, that one. Absolutely. Again, you have to, I am the Philippines' greatest ally. Again, not Filipino myself, but an ally. Let it be known. Let it be known. He usually is me. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good fit, though. It was a killer fit. Try in the traditional outfit and the Swagapino outfit. Yo! Hell yeah. I always say this. I always say this. Every single person I've ever met from the Philippines is like, we vibe so well that like I am being psyoped into going to the Philippines purely by the people I meet being the coolest people ever. Whenever I meet someone from the Philippines. So that's why this lore exists, is because I'm like, I gotta go now, clearly. Like, clearly this place kicks ass, right? All the people rock, so I gotta. Yeah, no, Anarchy does really good cosplay stuff. Exactly, like I've not, everyone I meet from the Philippines I like so much, and they're so cool. I need to have more Filipino food. I've only had a little bit, but yeah. According to the people I talk to, yeah, 1 in 3 Filipinos are VTubers, and 1 in 3 VTubers are Filipino. Those are both true statistics. The other 2/3 are Canadian. I get the feeling that, like, I know this is a joke I've talked about before, but, like, I think that there's nothing else to do in Canada besides be a VTuber. So I think despite there being, like, what, 1/10 of the population or less of the United States, 50% of VTubers are Canadian, in my experience. It's actually crazy. You're free. You're free. Like, yeah, everyone's from Canada. It's so true. I guess there's nothing else to do, right? The Canadian Filipino VTuber? Yes. Yes, you could find them. You could find them. I think that's like every agency VTuber is Canadian Filipino, so. Like 40 million? Yeah, but we have like 350 or something like that. New Zealand? Yep. VTuber drink and lift. Damn right. Damn right. Could you join a team? Wait, you could join a team that never wins the Stanley Cup? There's a second thing. I don't know the lore here. If this is a joke, I don't know the lore. I'm sorry. I can't make the hockey joke with you. Stanley Cup's the hockey, right? That's that one. Hey, man. And there's a cup, too. There's also a Stanley Cup, a physical Stanley Cup. That's something else, though. Yeah, a lot of VTuber artists are from the Philippines. No, half of VTubing is the Philippines, unironically. Artists, staff, managers, VTubers themselves. Half of it is Philippines. Absolutely. Absolutely. Both are physical. Oh, so there's like a trophy, the Stanley Cup, and also a cup, the Stanley Cup. I gotcha. They haven't won a cup in 34 years? Isn't that like your game? Sorry, I shouldn't be mean. I shouldn't be mean. Isn't hockey your game? I shouldn't be mean. I don't know sports. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I'll go write an apology. I'm sorry. He's Canadian. You do it to your fiance all the time. I see. They don't know what a Carabao. I don't know what a Carabao is. There's a team called the Canadians. Yeah, I don't know sports. I don't watch stuff. I need to watch more things. I don't actually watch much. I do stuff, so. Time to take out the ukulele. Oh, yeah, the ukulele apology video. I could do that. That could be good. It's yummy mango. I like yummy mango. It's water buffalo? The Carabao. Sounds strong. Sounds powerful. A powerful creature lumbers towards you. The creature looks slow and powerful as it lumbers towards you. You know? Type beat. How much would it cost for me to get you to a Bruins game? I feel like it'd be really impossible to get me to a Bruins game, because if I ever got money to go to a Bruins game, I'd just use it on something else. Or I'd be like, yeah, but I could eat food instead. Yeah, Burger King foot lettuce. It is. It's chills. Yeah. Anytime, yeah, I would just use the money on food, realistically. Caribou. Oh, like caribou. But like different, because it's a water buffalo. Buffalo, lo, 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 lo. Oh, I should go on ad break, huh? I haven't taken one of those yet. All right, let me go on ad break, because I also need to type my apology to the Canadians. I do wake up in Japan, yes. In fact, I have to yell at chat, because Shodden, just shout out, Shodden has been photoshopping me into images of Japan in my Discord, because Shodden's like traveling around Japan, and that's not fair. That's like a new level of FOMO. I am being photoshopped into the background of Japan photos. This is ridiculous. Yes, the Bruins game starting. Where are you? Yeah, Shamisen in the background. But yeah, no, I think there will be, by the way, when we ever do our first subathon, I don't know when we're going to do it. Probably this year. One of the subathon goals is 100% month in Japan and making content in Japan. I think probably like the $3,000 goal will be month in Japan immediately. Immediately send Banish Sclim to Japan is the $3,000 goal if we do a subathon. 100%. I will go for a year or for a month if we reach that goal. Banished, sealed away in Japan. Please tell me you have one where you're like a ghost in the sky that's like the Abe meme. No, I'm just being physically like photoshopped into location. You only need 3K to go to Japan. Yeah, I could spend a month in Japan for 3K. I could put it in savings, or I could go to Japan. Because if you think about it, right? 3K. All right, what is that? That's 1,000 round trip plane ticket. That's 1,000 for lodging, and then 1,000 for food. Easy. Food and travel. Easy. So easy. God, that's how much? Hold on. I've done this before, by the way. This isn't just like conjecture. I know I spend that much. So 1,000 divided by 30 days is, yeah, 33 bucks a day. That's so easy. That's yen conversion. Hold on. USD to yen. Right now, it's still decent. Oh, it's still really good. 33 is, yeah, it's 5,300 yen per day for food. That's really easy, considering most meals are like 800 yen. And then use some, yeah, plane tickets are only 1K. Yeah, I could probably get better than 1K depending on when I go. Yeah, 33 a day is super doable. The train pass would be more though. If I went and got train pass plus 1K for gunplay. No, I don't buy anything. That's my thing. I buy zero merch. I just go and eat food and do experiences. I bought zero things. I think when I was there for 3 months, the only thing I bought was an Osaka Pikachu plush, because that was going to be my one thing. My like, this is, remember to trip by this, right? No, they're not more expensive. Like if I look right now, I mean, you guys know my area now, so I can actually reference it. Because before I had to hide this, but like if I fly out of Boston, right? I'm gonna do a little flight lookup right now before ad break. If I were to fly Providence or Boston, and I choose, because you can select both, and I just where to? Japan, explore, round trip economy. Yeah, right now, right here, Tokyo 952. Tokyo 952. That is September 14th to 22nd, but you can extend it and get the same price. So it'd be like September 14th. 15-hour flight, one stop, Boston and Narita. Easy peasy. One stop is in 50 minutes in Montreal. I don't like 50-minute Montreal. That should be a longer layover for its international. It's a little sketch, but you can find them for right around that price, all to say. Right? That was like a 2-second search. Easy peasy, bada boom, bada bing. Good luck on Saturday. Thanks, Nicola. Hey. Use your connections to get collabs with JP tubers that don't know a single word of English. I would love to. That'd be really fun. That would be really fun. Very doable. Fly to Logan, you gotta cry because it means going to Logan. Going to Logan's not too hard for me. Because again, right, I'm from Rhode Island, so I can either just drive to Logan. You know, I could just drive there. It's not too far. Or I can just take the train from Providence. And that's also fairly easy, right? So you can just take the train, and there's a train transfer right on the Silver Line to Logan. So I can get to Logan pretty easily. I mean, that's where I flew back a couple days ago. No? Yeah, I can't get direct, but drive past all 6 buildings in Rhode Island. True. I bet it's a little painful to evolve. Yeah, I bet it's a little painful. Saturday, I don't know, Amelia. So here's what I'm thinking. I do want Saturday. Can I be so honest with you guys? Can I be so honest? I got all the assets in. Like, we're good on that. I have everything. I haven't set up the stream yet. I haven't set up any of my overlays yet because I had to do this stream. And I also haven't planned what we're doing on Saturday. But there will be, because I'm going to spend every single moment besides D&D tonight until Saturday figuring that out. I have all of Friday. I have nothing else I'm doing on Friday. I have all of Friday and most of Saturday to figure this out. Because again, I'm going to wake up at 6 and I'm going to have 9 hours until 3 p.m. to figure it out on Saturday as well. No, you can't watch me eat again, but we probably will do DoorDash on stream. We can't do steroids either. That's illegal, probably on stream. I'm playing D&D. It's draw steel though. What is all that prep for then? That's what it is. That's the prep. That's the prep. I'm figuring it all out and putting it all together. I just have to do that now because I had the stream today and then I have D&D later, and then all of Friday I need to prep, and then all of Saturday I need to prep, and then all of yesterday I was doing my normal Wednesday chores, and I was going through all the do you know I had 150 business cards from Offkai that I had to go through? So I had to go through like 150 business cards and message people and like, do all that. And then on Tuesday, even though I got in at 8 a.m., I hadn't slept for 40 hours. So I slept. So yeah, prep. There was no time to stream. There was no other time to stream. This is the only time I have this stream before debut. And even then it's going to be short today, right? So yeah, very busy, very busy. But yeah, we're going to figure it out. There will be plans for Saturday. The only thing is I haven't fully decided if I'm doing a 9-hour, a 12-hour, or a 24. Here's my thought process. I think 24 hours is cool. I can do it. I know I've done it before. It's totally viable. I just start to think like, does it make sense? Because the middle of the night is such like, that's not when I stream normally, right? The middle of the night. So like, why would I almost? Because it's like, yeah, it's cool to go for a very, very long time. But like, I will never be streaming between like, 11 p.m. and 10 a.m. So there's a whole 12 hours there of just like, I would never ever be live here again. Plus people will be sleeping, right? So it's like, we're already starting 3 hours later than usual for this, so people can do watch alongs and stuff. So I'm like, does it really make sense to go anywhere past midnight, I wonder? So I could just do like 3 p.m. to midnight. It's going to be a marathon regardless, but it might just be like a 9-hour. But we'll see. Maybe I change my mind. Maybe I say, screw it, let's do a 24. I feel like 24 is more for subathons though. That feels more like a subathon or like a birthday thing rather than a debut thing. Remember a friend of yours did a 24-hour once? You got to watch them all night at work. It was cute. Yeah, it would be cute. It would be cute. I just don't know if it's worth it. Because especially considering I have to like start my schedule, right? Because here's the problem. We're going to hit the ground running. So like, it's Saturday. I don't normally stream on Saturday, right? So we're going to do the Saturday debut, and then next week's a normal week. So we're going to have all of our normal streams, which means if I did a 24-hour, I would have to sleep on Sunday and then also set up all of my stream for the rest of the week on Sunday also. And I don't think that works. I think that's not enough time. So if I have Sunday still to do my prep for the week, especially because it's the first week of 2.0, I got to like have good plans and stuff like that. Probably makes more sense. If you broke containment early, technically isn't 2.0 your birth? You could say that. Yeah, you could say I am being born. Hey, Cheesy, what's up? So I think we're probably going to do like, it's not going to be shorter than 9. Like we're going to at least go to midnight EST. So it's at least going to be 3 p.m. to midnight. And we're going to do a wide variety of games and servers and chats and stuff like that. But I need to actually spend time planning what we're going to be doing during all of that. Because it's just for anyone who is doing the watch along. The watch along part's only going to be the first hour. So I will make it very clear after the first hour, you guys who are doing the watch along are free to do whatever. You can end stream. You can go do your own stream. You can raid in. You can do whatever. So the watch along people are only needed for the first hour. You're free past that. The rest is all me. All right, CA12, thanks for coming by. 9-hour watch along. Now, none of that. Yeah, I'm starting 3 p.m. One of them, EDT or EST. 3 hours after I normally start is the answer. 3 hours after I normally start. Hey, Mint, welcome back. EDT, yeah, it's daylight savings or something. Saturday's gonna be fire. No, it really is. We'll talk more about that. Let me go to ads now. I've been teasing you guys. I need to take a little break. I'm gonna get a drink, get some pineapple, do some stretches. We'll be right back in 4 minutes. Med check everybody, and we'll talk about that. Now that Offkai talk is done, we'll talk about 2.0 and saying goodbye to 1.0. All right. We will be right back, everybody. See you on the other side. BRB. All right, welcome back, everybody. Couple things I wanted to show off because we did get some cool pieces of art while we were at off kind. A couple things to show you. Now, I did promise something. I'm going to show you that right now. Okay. Here is the schedule for this week, since this is our first stream of the week. As you can see, we're here today on Thursday, and there's the 2.0 debut. Now, I did say something here, and this is a little bit of a teaser. This image is a Sclimbo 2.0 image. This is artwork for Sclimbo 2.0, but just a teaser. And you can draw your own conclusions. on what this means. But this is all I'm giving you. This is all I'm giving you. There might be able to be some assessments made based on this image. Is bros the storm that is approaching? You might be able to make some assessments based on this image, especially if you know what this art is parodying. Because this is parodying a real piece of artwork. Melty blood Sclim in the bathroom. I've given mine. I can even tell you which intermission still this is based off of. Oh, can you, COD? Can you, COD? So you do know what it's based off of. Interesting. Feel free to enlighten the class. Feel free to enlighten the class since you figured it out, because that's all you're getting. That is all you're getting. But COD is right, if COD knows. Yep. This is, in fact, an intermission still, an eye catch from Gurren Lagann that we've parodied. But I'm not showing you the full thing till Saturday. But this is all the teaser you get. This is all the teaser you get. And there are some things in here. There are some things in here. There are things that you can look into. There are things you can glean. Don't snipe anyone at you, because then they'll know they're right. It's based off a Gurren Lagann still where Simone's looking at the back of Kamina. True. Yes, it is. It is exactly that frame. It's exactly that frame. Yeah, DM. You can DM the reference. That's allowed. Speculation is allowed. But this is all you're getting. This is all you're getting. And that is the one teaser for Saturday. Teehee. I loved using cropped art for this. I was like, oh, I have a good idea. Now, I'm sure based on style, some of you can guess who this artist is, but that will be revealed on Saturday, as will the full thing. And where it is being used will also be revealed. Other things, because, you know, we still got cool art coming in of Sclimbo 1.0. A couple things that got made recently that were actually super banger. What am I supposed to do about this? What am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? Yeah, Skeletor, thank you. It is from Trails of Cold Steel. Unleash the Beast! What am I supposed to do about this? Amelia drew this. Freaky. It was crazy because I saw this like at Offkai. I was like, oh my god. Cora, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. That's crazy. Howl at the moon, brother. Yeah, there's a full moon right now, huh? There sure is. There sure is a full moon literally like tonight or yesterday or something. You thought it was black pubes? It's the Speedo? Yeah, it's the Speedo. It even has the Speedo. Good. Cover up. That's pretty sick. And then when we were talking about, there was another image drawn when we were talking about walking to Offkai. And I really like this. This is actually incredible work here. This is specifically what... This is me trying to cross the Sierra Nevada range in winter, trying to get to Offkai 2027 on foot. This is an accurate presentation of what it would look like if I attempted to walk to Offkai, because I would hit winter. Yo, Sclimbo. Yo, what's up, cat? What's going on? How you doing? When he lights the bonfire, yeah. Incredible art again. This is also by Amelia. But this is what I would look like trying to cross the Sierra Nevadas in winter. dying in the woods. Let me tell you, like, if I tried to walk, realistically, if I tried to walk to Offkai, I definitely wouldn't make it, right? Like, I definitely would die out in the woods somewhere, because it would be the worst time to try to go. Unless I went south. Like, if I took the northern route, I would die. If I took the southern route, I'd probably be fine. But the northern route 100% would kill me, because I'd be going through... It'd be like, yeah, I'd be going through the northern US during winter and not prepared. I would 100% probably die. You just drew me as a Super Saiyan? Oh, cool. Hey, Star. What's going on, Star? What's going on? So yeah, cool pieces of art. That's the thing, you know, it's going to be interesting because we're going to have, you know, the new model and everything like that. So, like, I'm still going to keep all the old art, obviously, in the, we're going to still have, like, a rotation during the Be Right Back screen. But we're going to have new art as well. Yeah, I want to do an insane walk across the world. I really do. That's something I want to do very badly. In fact, I know I keep talking about it, guys, but we are still working on IRL streams. And when we do, that unlocks a whole new avenue of content, you know? We'll do a lot of stuff like that. I really have, like, the dream.
Dude, your bit's huge.
Thank you for the bits, Arrow. When will you publish Sclimbo's big walk? Yeah. All right, see you, Orcus. Thanks for coming by. I really want to do stuff like that, where it's like, oh, it's a stream, but it's me walking across whole states and like the country, like Forrest Gump. I really want to. Like, that's the thing, though. If we get access to that technology, what stops us realistically from doing Walking Across America stream? Unironically, what stops us, right? I don't have responsibilities besides streaming. If I can afford it, I'll do it. Yeah, ghost hunting, I'll do it. That's the thing, is like, and I keep trying to impress this upon people, I am free. I can do anything with stream and stuff like that, and I will. So once I get the equipment, once I can afford like the connection and stuff like that to be able to live stream, IRL stream, well, the sky's our limit. We can do whatever we want. And I do have some plans. Yeah, start in Miami, end in Portland. The there's a road. It's called, well, Route 1 goes that way, but it's also the Great Eastern Highway. They're trying to make it like a bikeable thing by connecting everything from Maine to Florida. Sclimbo, I just felt like walking. No, I probably wouldn't take anyone with me for safety. I would get killed by a bear, most likely. I am the safety. I'm very good at doing very bad choices out in the woods. Like that time, I hiked Mount Washington once in the east, and that's like, I think that's the mountain that kills the most people in the United States. And I thought it'd be a good idea to go solo at 5 a.m. after a rainstorm and not tell anybody. So yeah, you know, I'm really good at making decisions when it comes to the wilderness. So I will die, but it'll be good content. I'll be live getting eaten by a bear and you'll get to see it. You know? Did you die? Yeah, I died. They got me. Dies for content. Dies for content. It is a use of free will. It really is. Yeah, Etu. Etu. The cameraman never dies. And I'm the cameraman, so I can't die. He died, but he survived. I love doing unsafe things alone. That's my favorite. No, you see, but again, I have the mandate of heaven, right? And my heart is pure, so only good things would happen to me on the trip. Sclim was a great guy, but then they got him. So only good things would happen to me on the trip because I move whimsically, right? I'm enlightened. My heart is, I have a golden core and the mandate of heaven. So because of that, I will not be defeated on my travels. It's gonna be Blair Witch, yeah. I will say, I think I've said this before, there is planning being done for a cryptid hunting stream IRL. That is going to happen. That is already being planned. Can't tell you when or with who, but it's being planned. And I'm not alone for that one. So, hey. Yeah, but you know, that's the thing, is like, the world's our oyster. We can do anything we want. We have the freedom. All we need is the resources, you know? You meet the slut on the road, run probably. Hey, Vamp, thank you for the resub. Welcome back. Thank you. Free will maxing. Exactly. That's why I want to be like the VTuber of freedom when 2.0 comes out, because it fits me. It's what it's about. I would do tip to tip so hard. Oh, I would do tip to tip so hard. I love tip to tip. I would do that easy tip to tip. In fact, I would venture, why not do tip to tip Japan and walk it? Is what I'm thinking, right? They went on a motorcycle, but what if I walk it? I love tip to tip. It's so good. I realize people in chat don't know what that is. Wait, hold on. Out of context, Tip to Tip is a series that Ludwig and Michael Reeves do where they travel across countries on motorcycle without a map. And they try to go from one end to the other. And they've done China and Japan. And so, like, and it takes like a while, right? I would love to do Tip to Tip. I would love to do it. Hokkaido will kill you? Nah, I've been to Hokkaido before. I can tank it. Hokkaido is just Maine. It's just Maine. It's fine. I'm used to Maine. I do love Tip to Tip. It's Maine, but there's scarier bears, that's all. Yeah, mapless is wild. You just follow the sun, a compass, and asking people things. Is how they do it, right? They learn the language to the best extent they can, and then they get directions from people in person. Even though I wasn't able to meet you at Offkite, next year will be different. Yeah, sorry I missed you, JPS. Sorry I missed you. I put out a notice for Sunday for the ToonTuber meetup that I was going to be there, but I know not everyone can make things, so yeah. Yeah, they also just have to navigate the language barrier, right? And that's the fun part. And also the fun part of like, because it's 2026, people try to like show them their phones to be like, oh yeah, just put in your phone, just go here. And they're like, no, I can't look at that. I really can't. By the way, did everybody see Ludwig in Road to Empress 2? I was cracking up crying looking at those images all day yesterday. I posted the one of him with the palm, like the palm bow when he's looking at the camera. I posted that in like every single group chat I'm in without context. It's so funny. That's like the exact type of humor I'm a big fan of. I don't care about this guy, but the image is so good. It's such a good image. Oh my god. It's so funny. Yeah, I want some of that. I want to be moving that way. That's what I want to be like. But pull it up. Did they feed him the soup? They did. They did feed him the soup. He did have the soup. Hold on, let me pull it up because it's so funny. I'm putting it on screen. It's gonna be just on screen for like the rest of stream, I think, because it's too good. Hold on, let me get a good one. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. Wait, you know what? Let me get like a low quality one on purpose because it's really good. Yep. Here we go. Putting it on screen. Here we go, everybody. Where is it? Did I save that in the right place? All files. Here we go. Here we go. Here. I squeaked a little bit. Put it on your belly. Oh, good idea. Good idea. I'll just like mark that to my belly. I didn't put it in as a live 2D item though, so it's just gonna be here. It's just gonna be here. It's such a good image. Chinese mode on. I've just been dropping this in every chat I'm in out of context and just not saying anything and just being like, here, take this. Take this on your travels. You'll need it. It's pretty important. So yeah, that's good. That's good. But yeah, we got freedom, you know? All right, let's talk. Folks, let's talk about stuff. Hey, Dramatism. Today is the last Sclimbo 1.0 stream, so let's do a little bit of thinking, a little bit of deep thoughts, right? Some I don't know, deep words, deep thoughts, the future, all those things. Let's have a little chat. Let's have a little fireside chat. Everyone gather around. Okay, come on in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Group huddle. Group huddle. It's been a very, very crazy 9 months. I'm so thankful for just everything, right? It's been, I don't have words for it. I don't have the words for it, right? SVA has been such a cool opportunity. Getting to be your little Sclimbo has been such an amazing time. And everything, you know, weirdly enough, everything kind of felt like practice up until this point. Yeah, pregnancy is usually 8 to 9 months. Everything's felt a bit like practice. Because, you know, my whole thing is I'm trying to evolve into a real male VTuber. And, you know, I was in the Sclimbo factory before this, and my whole goal was to work with an agency and evolve into a real male VTuber. And then, you know, I've been your little Sclimbo for 9 months. And now, like, it feels like the journey of 2+ years. Because I started in the Sclimbo factory. I started VTubing April 2024, I think. Yeah, so April 2024. April. So yeah, it's been like 2 years and 3 months, basically, or 2 years and 4 months, this journey. You know? A 2 year and 4 month journey, roughly. And now I am about to finally reach the point of like, you did it, buddy. You know, you're gonna be a real boy, and you're working with SVA, and you're there, and you did it. You know? Do you remember the physics? Which physics? I'm gonna cry, Skeletor. I'm gonna cry. And so, like, we worked really hard, all of us at SVA and stuff like that. And I worked really hard, and you guys were all here, and I appreciated every second. Like, seeing you all in person at Offkai was probably the best ever send-off possible of 1.0. You know what I mean? Like, getting to really see everything in person and be like, these are all the people, these are all the friends, your online friends are offline friends now, all that shit, right? And it's like, it just lined up so well with everything that's about to happen. And I don't know, I feel like even, honestly, even the Streamer University, watching Streamer University last weekend, I had a little bit of an epiphany. Like the weekend before Offkai, when that was going on and watching all the Little League streams, I did have a bit of an epiphany, like a good epiphany. But it was like this weird moment of like awareness, I want to say. A weird moment where I was like, oh my God, like this is my job. This is my career now. It's not practice. It's not a side thing I'm doing. This is the thing. And it's in my hands, you know, and I can do anything I want with it. Like I achieved the freedom I was looking for to be able to go anywhere, make any sort of content, just have fun with everybody, right? I'm not even tied down to my gym anymore because we're going virtual for training. And so like, I just, yeah, imagine having 10 fingers too. Yeah, and I do. I have 10 whole fingers, 10 whole grippers. And I just had this epiphany of like, oh my God, like this is in my hands, you know, like I can do anything with this. Hey Lime, what's up? And I'm just like, with what's coming, it's just such a moment of epiphany of like, I am blessed, honored, and ready. And I'm ready to be real. And I'm ready to be way more serious. Because I couldn't help but think a lot of things felt like practice because I didn't have like my full evolved model and stuff like that. But it's not going to feel like practice anymore. It's not going to feel like practice anymore. Gender and I of our stylist is ready. Oh, please no, Vamp. Oh, please no. That's a second pinky? Wow. That's okay. All is right with the world. So yeah, I've been having all these thoughts and feelings, you know. Never told me where you do your lashes. Blink, blink. We must return to Chili's to get our protein. Yes, we have to return to Chili's. So it's just so cool because, you know, everyone, like I said before, everyone who's been here before the 2.0, right? Like we're going to have new people come in with the 2.0 for sure. For sure. And we're going to respect them. And they're going to respect you. And they're going to respect, everyone's going to have respect, right? But it's also like, you know, you're the OGs. Don't tell anyone I said this. But you were all here first, right? When I was this freaky little guy, you were all here first. So I will never forget that. I will never forget that. You can't forget the OGs. You were able to meet Addy, Yomi, and Ray at Offkai. You know, I actually didn't run into Ray. I didn't run into Ray at all. Hey, Dragon King, what's going on? Kyoharu, thank you for the follow. Or the raid, not the follow. That's different. But follower goal, 5,400. Let's go. It's the guy. It's the me. Fino, what's up? Welcome in. Everybody, my name is Sclimbo from... My name is Sclimbo from Sock's VTubing agency. Certified self-improvement VTuber. How are we doing today? We're just doing a little sad, not even sad, just like happy, but we're kind of crying a little bit. We're doing our wrap up because I'm evolving on Saturday into my full model, my 2.0. And I'm just doing it a little like, oh my God, right now. How are you doing? Yeah, I know, Kyo. I know you. I know you. The funniest realization was realizing that Kyoharu and I actually did know each other already. we met at Offkai and we were like, wait a second, you look familiar. Certified Libra me from hell moment. Yeah. You two are witness the last vestige of Sclimbo 1.0. Hey, Awesome Night, what's up? What's up? Yeah, I think we ran into each other last year at Offkai. And we were bros and we didn't even know. Will you ever do a backflip? No. Maybe. I'd love to. That'd be cool, but it takes a lot of work. But welcome in, Raiders. Yeah, we're just getting a little sappy. I did my Offkai recap, and now we're getting a little sappy about 2.0 and about saying goodbye to 1.0 and stuff like that. How was your stream, Kill? How are you doing? What were you up to? Were you doing Offkai prep or a recap? Were you doing all that stuff? I know it's kind of like what everyone's doing right now, so sure, makes sense. Big sense. Like Sclimbo's still here. Yeah, the Gamer Subs booth didn't have premium energy cans. I was trying to bum some. I was trying to go and be like, hey, so can I get some premium energy cans? A little low on caffeine this morning. They didn't have any. I was like, oh. Then the con crud said no more talking. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of people got sick. Honestly, most of the people I was staying with also got sick. I do not know how I dodged it. I guess mandate of heaven, like I said, but I'm okay. I'm okay. But I hope you feel better. No, my name's gonna stay the same. We're keeping Sclimbo. We're keeping Sclimbo. I believe we're keeping VTuber Mail as the ats too. I'm a partner, so I could change it once to just be Sclimbo, but I think we're keeping VTuber Mail. My name's not changing, no. I'm gonna stay Sclimbo. I had the choice. I thought about it. VTuber Tamale, yeah. I thought about it, but I was like, nah, we'll just keep Sclimbo. I'm used to the name now, right? It's Sclimbo, it's great. Will you wear the princess dress I gave you? I didn't get one. Didn't get one. There can only be one chosen VTuber male. Momikyo said this man is peak male physique. I knew we were seeing you. Hey, Shanes, yeah. That's what people say. That's what people say. I hope you'll still think I have peak male physique when I evolve. I hope so. I hope so. Changing the name's marketing murder. It really is. Hey, Sion, thank you for the resub. Thank you, thank you. It really is. I'm afraid. Be not afraid. Be not afraid of Sclimbo 2.0. Sclimbo 2.0 is here to give everybody a hug. To give everybody a warm hug. Yeah, good meeting you too. Good meeting you too. We were here when Sclimbo was beautiful. Yes, when I was fabulous. Fabulous. No, you're not going to be traumatized. It's not a bit. Again, I want to stress, 2.0 is not a bit. It is real. Remember, the whole goal of Sclimbo is to evolve into a real VTuber. Hence, I am evolving into a real VTuber. No bit. Well, it's a little bit of a bit. You know, it's a little bit of a bit, but no bit. It is a very, very nice and good and high quality and amazing model. And not only just the model, this is the last time you'll see any of these overlays too. That's for sure. While the model will stick around, the overlays are not sticking around. We have entirely new everything. Listen, guys, it's going to be a new starting soon screen, new BGM, new overlays, new model, new everything. Nothing is going to stay the same except the Pokemon Nuzlocke screen, I think. Everything's going to be different. New Be Right Back screen, all of it. Yeah, the hats, I'm going to make sure there's still the hats. You'll still shrimp for Sclimbus even if he loses his hot, sexy body.
Face of Mars.
Hi, it's me, Sclimbo again. You Nuzlocke what gen? All of them. All of them. That's what we're doing, notebooks. We're doing a hardcore Nuzlocke through every gen of Pokemon back to back, or every region back to back. And if we lose, we go back to the beginning. We are on Gen 6. We're in Kalos. This is my paralysis demon 2. Ah, ah, ah. Thanks for the hydrate swordfish. Ah! I get like, ah! Yummy life-giving water. Also, yeah, Ludwig's just gonna stay on screen because I think the image is funny, so Ludwig can chill there. He can chill there. Let me move him a little bit though. He's gonna here. He can be down here. he can chill out over here. I hope you had a good stream though, and I hope you feel better, Kelp. Hope you feel better. Yeah. Get the Sclimbo 1.0 merch now because it's going away. Sclimbo look like a deflated All Might pointing 2.0 saying you're next. I'm collabing with Ludwig right now. Look, Ludwig's on screen. Wow. Yeah, there's Sclimbo 1.0 merch. This is my merch as it is right now, which I think is under support. Is it there? Yes, the Kawa link. Professor L collab. The Kawa link is my merch. Give Karikon Sclim and 1.0 Sclim on my desk. Give me the Pro Tag energy. Yeah. We're gonna have new stuff. But we'll talk about that on Saturday. And thank you for those. Yeah, thank you for those. But yeah, like we were saying, guys, back to the topic. It's just Mint. You don't need to spam it, Mint. What is on my screen? Oh, it's me, Ryzen. It's me. It's Sclimbo. But yeah, thank you all so much for everything in the last 9 months. This has been a dream, and I always had hoped. I would dream that I could do this. You know, back when I was a little Sclim in the factory, this was what my mind was set on. I'd be walking in the woods and I'd have thoughts where it's like, imagine one day I can be part of an agency, I can work together with a group, I can do it, I can be full time, and we did it. We've achieved these goals, and it's only up from here. We're so up. I'm a dream. No, I really am. Like, I remember distinctly one time, one of the first times I actually had caffeine, I was dancing in the woods. This is probably, I want to say October 2024, maybe. It was maybe September or October of 2024. And I was dancing in the woods and I was thinking to myself, you know what? I can do this as long as I just keep doing it. Right? I actually gave this advice to other VTubers at the convention as well. Alabaster, thanks for the follow. I gave this advice to other VTubers at the con as well when we were talking about stuff. And my advice was simply like, hey, this is in your hands, content creation. You can go as long as you want. Even if you get busy with work, of course, some people have responsibilities, right? But you can make content as long as you want. So really, it's up to you how long you're willing to go, right? Theoretically, you could just stream for 20 years, right? Nobody's done that yet because streaming's so new. But theoretically, you could just do that. Nothing stops you. So that's kind of what I thought about. Back in like September of 2024, I was thinking to myself in the woods, you know what? I can just keep going as long as I need to achieve my goals. And it happened a lot faster than I expected. But even if it didn't, I would still have been here, you know, still fighting. Sclim, open this. Oh God, what a Q draw. Hold on. The Q draw heat. Yo! Wait, that's a whole Q. Wait. We're going to put that on the screen. Q drew heat. Yep, Q drew heat. Our favorite squid that I like to throw into the sun. Our favorite squid. My dream is to become Sclimbo. Hold on, let me put this on screen. This is insane, actually. Whoa. Look at that. Look at that. I gotta repost that. There's no one coming to help. This also means there's no one coming to stop you. Exactly. Exactly. Incredible Q, by the way. Incredible. Fuego. 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 Believe in the Sclim that believes in you. Very much. Very much. But seriously, you can just keep going. Right? As long as you like it, as long as you have fun. And I feel that way even now. Like, regardless of what happens from this point, we did it. You know, I know things are going to go up from here. I know we have big plans. We got a big 2.0. I have lofty ideas for the future of content. I know this is what I like to do. I've learned that lesson now. And it's been a long time. If I could talk a little bit about, like, very personally, I started content creation, doing anything. I was doing something very different. But as a little Sclim, I started content creation back in 2017. You know? Doing something else. But I had a different project from about 2017 to 2022. And I did it for that whole time, right? And then I became Sclimbo. Well, I became the VTuber Factory, right? Did VTuber Factory stuff. Then I became Sclimbo. And what I realized was anytime I wasn't doing content creation, after I started it, I got bored. I got real bored. There was like, when I came back from Japan the first time, because I had like retired my first thing before I went on my big Japan trip, where I like backpacked around. And then, you know, I backpacked around, came back, and I was sat there and I was like, oh shit, I need to do something else. Like, I'm addicted now. 100% addicted. Like, it's what I like to do. And so I did something else, and I did something else, and now we're here. And I don't really see a world where I won't keep doing things. I really can't. It's too fun. It's too fun. It's too cool getting to talk to everybody. It's too silly making stuff, making shitty edits, videos, whatever, streaming. It's just too much fun. I think it's my career. I think it's what we're doing. I think we'll be here forever. If beauty was a crime, you would never be interrogated. Does that mean, wait, does that mean I'm gross? does that mean I'm ugly? But yeah, so on the precipice of 2.0, there's a lot of thoughts like that where it's like, oh, we did it, everybody. We did it. I'm going to keep doing it. Never retire. Never. God, no. I can't retire. I have nothing else. It's going to be this. Listen, I'm doing content one way or the other. I think that's the life path for me, I think. Yeah, you'll be here when you're streaming from the old folks home? Hell yeah. And even if you're not, I understand. You know, people have to move on and stuff like that. Audiences rotate. But I think I'm going to be here for a while. I don't really have any other plans. It's going to be good. We're going to make it a good one. Have to wake up and clock in for your office 9 to 5? No! I'd rather live down by the river. I'd rather live down by the river. In a van. Can't do it. Yeah, make sure you never feel like it's become a cage. I think I have enough, like... It's a really good point you make there, COD. I think I have enough, like, maturity and age to know how to dodge that. If that makes sense. You'll always be my first real Oshi. Oh my god, Min. Thank you. No, seriously, like, I think there was some perspective that's given from working, like, outside of content for a while and then coming into it. Perspective of, like, being, you know, not taking it for granted, I guess I would say. Like, not taking it for granted and being like, no, this is actually an incredible opportunity and you shouldn't squander it. And petty things shouldn't matter that much because you have such a good opportunity, is my opinion, you know? Yeah, you worry about uncapped? Yeah, no. I mean, I'll take a break if I ever need it. You know, I'm not super, like... I'm not going to go crazy, I don't think. I have a pretty even keel mindset, I think, when it comes to all this stuff. Right? As long as I can keep eating, right? As long as I can afford a roof over my head and I can eat my beans and rice and brickin', I think I'll be happy. Next off guy, you know it's me if you see a fancy blonde guy in a red fedora. Ooh, fancy. That's like a red mage. You got a red mage thing going on there. A little bit. So yeah, I don't know. Just a lot of thoughts on the precipice of 2.0. It means a lot. Like this does mean a lot for me, because I also think that depending on what form you're in as a VTuber, you do stream a little bit different. You know, I think I change a little bit. I will change a little bit, very slightly. Not too much, but a little bit with the new model. And I think it's what I want. That's the one thing, is like, I will feel more comfortable. And I know this already. I will feel more comfortable behind what is to come. Like, I've had a hand in it. It feels more comfortable. It feels right. And for that, I'm also very happy. So I think I'm going to be a better streamer even with 2.0 than I am now. So you barely changed from the Sclim factory. Yeah, I'm not going to change that much, but a little bit. A little bit. You know, big love, big love. Oh, yeah, I just want to say some words because this is the last time we're going to probably see each other in this form, you know? I want to say words. I want to talk like openly and stuff like that. I want to be parasocial in reverse. Yeah, it is going to... I'm maybe a little bit, Nicole, and maybe a little bit. I think it's going to really be me too. And I don't know. I just like going to off-kai and stuff. I just had this like feeling of like, again, the epiphany, like I talked about before, of like, I can do anything. It's in my hands, right? Like streaming is now my job. Content's now my job. Going to these trips and stuff like that's part of my job. All that stuff. Hey, Circuit, what's going on? So it's like, I just, you know, just got to enjoy life. You just got to go wild. And run around and sprint around and scream and make fun stuff, you know, and do whatever. And then we believe. Never regretted it. You're awesome. Thank you, Drama. I do hope that, like, one thing I do hope is I hope a change in form doesn't turn people away. I think some people might get turned away. I think that's a possibility, right? Some people were here for the scrunkly little guy. And even if my content's kind of the same, I think there are some people who, like, you know, with a change of model might be like, ah, it's not my thing. I think it's fine. But I'm going to be happier behind the model. So I'll be sad to see people go if they do. But I got to do what's good for me too. You know, I'm going to kill him. Sclim's going to kill Sclim. This is so sad. So yeah, if people don't vibe with the new model, I understand. I get it, right? Some people might be here for ironic reasons or something like that. But you have to understand, at my core, I am a legitimate enjoyer, right? I'm worried a bit too that I'll be less attached after 2 changes, but I'll still be here for the personality. Yeah. Well, this one's gonna last a while, so it's gonna last. I don't see it like going again, you know. It'll still be funny and weird. Yeah. Real Sklimblings will stick around. True. True. I think everyone's gonna warm up to it for sure. Maybe even right away. Maybe people will see it in frame 1 and be like, "Oh, this was a good idea." So crazy to me how Addy saw the red fedora and was like, "No way, it's real." I like it. You know what, too? I would say I like it. I would say I like it. That is understating it. That is very much understating it. Dundler says, yeah, he will be hot. Well, who knows, right? Preferences are preferences. All I can say is, like, at the end of the day, I want everyone to remember, I think we've had this conversation a few times, but, like, I am never trying to make fun. I love VTubing. Even though I'm a silly, non-traditional model, I love VTubing. I like the industry. I like VTubing from the very beginning, and I take it seriously, and I care a lot about it. So I'm never trying to make fun of the industry. I'm a very, very pure enjoyer of VTubing and its origins and its styles and its variety and stuff like that, right? So, like, you know, I feel like some people who don't know me too well might get surprised because they're like, oh, wow, that's just like a, you know, that's a model. That's a model, all right. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, because I like VTubing. It's legit, you know. Will the chest hair be staying? Can't talk. What were your first thoughts coming out of the factory and being picked up by Flork? Mostly just honored and excited. Like, I knew what I was gonna become, right? I was given the option. I was given the option to say no to Sclimbo here and continue doing what I was doing. But I was like, no, this is much better. This is much better. Because I knew eventually I would evolve, right? So I knew that was from the very beginning. I knew from the very beginning I would eventually evolve. And I knew that while it might be a little tough to work with a more non-traditional model, because there are certain expectations and stuff like that, I knew it'd be worth it. And it was worth it. And, you know, I'm attached to it now, too. So I didn't expect that to happen. But I do think I'm going to be a better streamer behind the new one. Mostly because YouTube shorts are going to go crazy when I can actually express myself more. Hey, Boar Bride, welcome in. I have a question passed on for a friend. They were curious about why and how socks. You mean for me? Why and how socks? Specifically, Varn? One day I will evolve like a beautiful butterfly. Yes, and that day is Saturday. That day is 2 days from now. They'll ask what the pick is hiding. Oh, fair. Yeah, for me, I mean, you know, the thing is, I will say I was applying to a lot of things in the Sclim factory. I was applying to a lot of things. However, I did really like how chill SVA seemed, like the banter, especially on Twitter. That was a big draw for me. The fact that like the talents and the and Flork and everyone got to like make fun of each other on Twitter and joke around and stuff like that, because I like informal stuff, right? I like loosey goosey stuff. So that was a big draw for me. That was a really big draw for me. And then I saw the contract and I was like, yeah, it's a good contract. So then I saw the contract, and you have to understand too, I'm gonna be so careful in saying this, but if you look at what was happening in VTubing around when I joined SVA, I will say that I was very fortunate. I was very fortunate, and I was very grateful, because I was like, oh, wow, this is a really good contract. Thank you. No more, what am I looking at? YouTube comments? Yeah, well, that's the thing, is like, so much YouTube content revolves around reactions, and I can only do this. Right? But just wait until you see the tracking on the new one. We spent a lot of time on face movements, because if you've met me in person, for those who have met me in person at Offkai, you probably saw how animated I am. And just wait till we can translate that properly. I can move my arms. Well, no, I can't. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Why do they have physics? What? What is what in physics? Yeah, I was bouncing off the walls. Yes, that's me all the time. That's how I talk too. Like you're gonna see it. So you're actually gonna see me get to like how I actually move my body, which is gonna be very important, because it's very. I've said this. I think we're gonna be debut 2.0 is gonna be the jingle keys streamer, is how I describe it. There's so much going on. It's the jingle keys streamer. It is very much the jingle. Wow, stuff happening on screen streamer. It really is. Yeah, 3D Sclim someday. I do have a 3D model. We just never ended up using it because I don't have tracking. But I have a 3D model of me right now. Couple, actually. One fan one and one, like, chibi one that I haven't used. But you should be afraid, but in a good way. It's going to be very exciting. But, yeah. I mean, we don't need to talk up 2.0 anymore. We know it's going to be cool. You want to see the street? I can't. We're in Mississippi, though, drama. It's going to be really cool, though. But, yeah, I'm just kind of having, like, final thoughts about 1.0. Before I evolve and stuff like that. No, I didn't stop by Vitoku. I didn't have time to, but LiDAR tracking seems really cool. I know, if you're really interested in like new tracking and stuff like that, like cool tracking things and cool setups, like Vera is really boundary pushing. Vera and May both are pretty boundary pushing on that stuff when it comes to 3D tracking. Like it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I'd look to them for a lot of that stuff, you know? I need to focus on becoming real first. Then I can think about that. Thank you 2.0 for watching my kids and letting me borrow your Ferrari. You're so chill. Oh yeah, no problem. You're gonna need new goals. I know. I think unironically the new goal, right? Because my goals before this were I want to get into an agency. That was my goal. Did that. I wanted to go full-time. That was my goal. Did that. We're going to be doing virtual training. So on Saturday, you guys are going to see the details of how we're going to be doing virtual training. I will be offering one-on-one personal training, fitness training, and nutrition for people. And it's going to be one-on-one. It's going to be like Discord calls, basically having me as a personal trainer. There's only going to be limited slots open, but it's going to be a monthly charge. And that is something we're also going to be offering at 2.0, because that lets me also keep training people and live my life. For people, not for dogs, not for dogs. So that's also going to be a thing that we'll talk about. Hey, cool hat guy, what's going on? That's going to be something on 2.0 we'll talk about too. And that's going to be opening up right away. So we're doing that. So I'm still training people. I guess the next goal is just to be able to, yeah, if I'm going to be honest, I think like my next goal is just be able to afford to travel and make content. And IRL content. That's probably the next one, because I think the ideal form of Sclim is me traveling around remotely making content and still streaming, obviously. That's why I have the mobile set up with my laptop and stuff like that. But I think the true final form, like the true, like that is my final goal, is to be able to have enough overhead so that I can be like, just like, you know, van travel around the United States, doing streams, making content, doing IRL stuff, traveling to different countries and doing IRL stuff. That sort of thing. Just exploring the world while I do it. Will your new form have a tralalero? I don't know what that is, drama. That's probably the final form. I also don't think it's too out of the realm of possibility. I think I don't need that much to do it because my expenses are so cheap. I bet I can pull it off. I bet I can pull it off, but that is the next goal. Your age is showing? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'd come to Spain. I want to see the world. I'll come everywhere. I love traveling. I love adventuring. And the goal is, I mean, the idealized version is something like this, where it's like, I have internet all the time via a streaming backpack, and I travel around and I make IRL content wherever I am. So it's like, hey, let's go hiking in the mountains in Vermont, right? And then I go back to my camper or my hotel or whatever, and then I stream normal streams, right? Because I still have internet. So we'd still keep our normal streams, and then we'd also be doing that on top, but I could be anywhere in the world, would be the goal. I think that's final form. Is that like the don't touch my tralala? Yeah, we can come to, I'll come to Poland. We'll fight boars. That sounds good. The Sclim van. Yeah, we could have a Sclim van. Or just staying, like, or just trips, right? Or just more trips in general, where it's like, all right, I'm going to be in this month. I'm going to be in X country and still streaming and making content there, right? So, like, another, even if we don't have the Sclim van, there's the other version of this where it's just like, I'm in Japan for these months, and we're still doing all of our normal streams and stuff like that, but we're also doing Japan content, right? And then maybe the next couple months, I'm somewhere else. I'm in the Philippines, or I'm in the Western United States, and I could just like see, you know, travel around, make content with other people, go to them directly. That's probably final form, I would say. Yeah, kidnapped by femboys in the woods. Ah! You're joking. Yeah, no problem. No problem. So yeah, that's final form. I think realistically, I have a monetary goal in mind that I think I could do that with. I would venture that if I made 2K a month, I could pull that off. I know that might sound really low for that sort of thing, but with my lifestyle, I bet I could do it on 2K a month. But if I get up to 2K a month, I could pull that off and just do it perpetually. Absolutely. I'm from the beer side of Poland. I would just get drunk. There's a beer side? Wait, a beer side and a bear side. Is that what we're saying? Which type of bear? Let's be clear on that. Who knows? It should be me. Yeah, so that's the next goal, I think. That's the next stream. Had to come up with a new one. The wine's cheaper than water? Damn. Damn. Femboys are in the west, alcohol in the east. Huh. Huh. I didn't know there was like a distribution that way. That's pretty neat. It's pretty wild. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. But yeah. That's the plan, at least. Yeah, it's going to be sick. We're going to have all new everything on Saturday, and I still need to plan what we're doing. Is there anything you guys want to see on Saturday? I should probably, like, poll the class here. Anything in particular anyone's interested in seeing on Saturday? Because I know we're going to do the debut, but I need to think about the marathon part. Voice of the Void? But we're... okay, so here, hold on. But we're like halfway through a playthrough we haven't played in months. It doesn't seem like the best thing to do. Hey, Cheen, what's up? I'm starving. You haven't streamed on Discord? I know. I'm going to attempt to remedy that. I'm going to attempt to remedy that, Duntham. New schedule is going to be with 2.0, too. There's a lot of things you want me to stream. I need to... No, all right. So, I need the 2.0 schedule. McCrelly. Wow, there sure is a lot. I guess we... I guess we could McCrelly. Hey, Kuma, what's up? You gonna miss this? Yeah, I'll miss it a little bit too. I guess we could McCrelly on Saturday. I don't want that to like ruin my stream. I don't want to feel bad afterwards and ruin my stream, you know? I won't die. I mean, no, it's easy. Again, I'm gonna maintain it's so easy. Yeah, Div's right. I could probably have two McCrellys, but I still won't feel good. I'll be like, ew, that was gross, right? Mostly because of the Diet Cokes. Easy, insane, yeah. Do it at the end? Yeah, I could do it at the end, I guess. I could do it at the end. No, I like all the food that's in there. I'm gonna be so honest. Like, I like slop. I like all the food in the McCrelly. I know I'm not gonna feel great afterwards, so I wouldn't want to do it towards the beginning of stream. But I could definitely do it. Diet Coke's... yeah, but I don't like Coke. I don't like Diet Coke is the problem. I like everything else. I thought Heavenly would take it no problem. I thought all of them would take it no problem. When I saw Heavenly, Nostro, and Bluto do it, I was like, I thought they had that. Oh, I guess I got a Mog. What can I say? Guess I got to show up. Guess I got a Mog. Lord Headhead is washed. The only thing holding back my hunger is the calories restriction. Yeah, but I could pull it off then. It's 3,500 calories. That's easy. Again, like, most of that meal, like, I'll put it this way, right? If you left me to my own volition, I would have most of a McCrelly for dinner. I was hanging out with SVA mods, and one of them did the McCrelly while we were in VR chat. Witness a man's soul leave his body. Yeah, I think everyone's just a little weaker than me is what I think. I think I'm built different. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you left me to my own devices and were like, Sclim, come up with a McDonald's order. They're like, go get for a dinner. Mind you, this is assuming I've already eaten breakfast and lunch. Like, I would say, yeah, all right, a double quarter pounder, 20 nuggets, and 2 cookies would be reasonable for me. Like, that's a reasonable dinner for me. If I was, like, cheating, right? Like, that part, that's free. And then you just, you know, I can throw more on top of that. That's not like, oh, I can't eat past that. And then if I just have to take 2 ice cream drinks and then 2 Diet Cokes on top of that, I'm like, it's fine. Yeah, I have no problem with no sauce. That's easy. I would do that anyway. Like, I like sauce, but I'll always have chicken nuggets without sauce when I have nuggets anyway. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. It's yummy. I think they're just weak. I think the most realistic thing that's going to happen is I'm going to kill the McCrelly, and then I'm just going to be like, yeah, guys, but I can eat a lot. Big surprise. You nugget, you sip, repeat. No, I'm going to go. My plan for it is I'm going to go 20 nuggets. I'm going to lead with the nuggets, do all 20. I'm going to hit the double cheeseburger, the double quarter pounder. Then I'm going to hit the cookies. And then I'm going to sip max and drink all of the ice cream shakes and Diet Coke back to back. Is I think how I'm going to do it. I'm going to get all the physical things out of the way first and then hit the drinks last. And you'll ship max? Yeah, I will. I sure will. I have a lot of fiber though. I have my all brand cereal. So I think that's the play. Yeah, I think that's how we're going to do it. Get the food before it hits? Nah, because the solid stuff's easy. That's easy. Like, one of my regular dinners, by the way, is something I'll do very often when I'm having a cheat dinner on Saturdays, is I will have a full Subway footlong, an entire bag of popcorn. We're talking like one of the big bags of popcorn that like overflow the bowl. Not like a popcorn in the microwave, like one of the bags that you pre-buy. And I'll have, during like the Easter season, I'll have one of the giant Reese's eggs that are like half a pound, right? And that's just dinner. That's just a cheat dinner. And size-wise, volume-wise, a McCrelly is actually smaller than that. So, yeah. Free. It was just McCrelly constipation. So yeah, maybe we do that on Saturday. That could actually be a good time to do it, if anything, because I think we're going to DoorDash anyway during stream since it's so long. So that would make sense to have a McCrelly segment. Yeah, we'll probably do it on Saturday. I think it makes sense. I think that makes sense. I'm so ready for the dryness. You really don't understand. Like, I eat that anyway. The dryness is not a problem. I already eat nuggets without sauce. And like, I mean, hold on. Let me ask about the burger. Like, is this normal sauce that's on the double quarter pounder removed from it? Or do you just not put more on? Because I think a double quarter pounder comes with ketchup, right? So which one? No sauce? That's fine. I like burgers. That's fine. When the order forces you to? Removed? Okay. That's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's still yummy food. See, I think there's a misconception. I don't care about texture. I don't care about texture. I don't care about dryness or wetness. I care about if the food tastes good. And all those things taste good to me. Ergo, we slam it. I think the only thing I'm even slightly worried about is the drinks, because I normally don't drink that much. I mean, I can knock back like a pint of water at once. Like I could hit a 4th gallon at once of water when I like wake up if I want to. But I think I'm more worried about the drinks. Especially the 2 Diet Cokes. I don't drink a lot of Diet Coke. I don't like Diet Coke. So that might be the tough part at the end. I don't know. But I normally like, I would put it this way. I could eat more food. Like if there was a McCrelly that had less drink and more food, that would be easier, I think, for me. More solids. I'm chilling with that. But yeah, but we do it. We'll do it on Saturday. All right. So we'll McCrelly. We'll do our debut. There's going to be something Pokemon. I don't know what. We'll do something Pokemon. Something interesting. Voice of the Void's weird, though. It's 2 double quarter pounders, is it? I thought it was 1. Hold on. Let me get the order down right. The McCrelly. Here we go. It's 1? Okay, yeah. It's a 1 double quarter pounder with cheese, no ketchup, mustard, pickles, or onions. Oh, that's less food. That's easy. And large meal means large Diet Coke with... Okay! Okay! Wait, this is easier than I thought. This is easy. The Diet Cokes have extra ice. That's less Diet Coke. Oh, that's so... This isn't even hard. Listen. Sorry, you guys are chumps. I'm sorry. I don't want to be mean, but you guys are chumps. This shit's easy. No, I'm not going to eat the ice cubes, all right? Both have extra ice on my list here. I'm on the website. They're just McCrelly.com. Why is Ludwig from the Chinese show here? Because it's funny. No, there's no hubris in this one. There's no hubris in this one. This one's easy. This one's easy. You're 115 pounds. You expect me to eat that? Yeah, to be fair, I do weigh almost twice that, so. Gotta eat the ice? No, you don't have to eat the ice. That's not true. The 20 piece is the... I can't... The 20 piece is easy. I keep saying this. That's easy. It's so free. That's yummy. That's so yummy. You ever had the whole hog burger from Uno's? No, there's not really a lot of Uno's where I go. Yeah, time limit might be an issue. I mean, I do eat pretty fast. I will say, I don't believe in the 20-minute eating timeline. I don't believe that Crelly actually eats in 20 minutes. That I doubt. I think 30 minutes is more reasonable. I think 30 minutes is more reasonable. I think I wouldn't like 28. The time keeps going down, which is the weird part, because I'm looking at this website and it says 18 to 20, but I heard 28 and then I heard 23. It's because she ate the fries on the drive home. Oh, okay. So if I don't count the fries, you're the McCrelly troll truther. I don't believe. Yeah, can we get a realistic... Can I just put 30 on the clock and we call that normal? I mean, if she's eating the fries on the way back, can we just put 30 on the clock? How are we feeling about that? Hey, Toffee. I think 30 on the clock's reasonable. Hey, J-Ray, thanks for the hydrate. Thought it was an hour? I mean, yeah, that's super easy. Mini Oreo McFlurry doesn't even count. That's free. Let's see here. Large chocolate shake. Yeah, it's probably pretty big. Cookies are easy. Think you can do it in 10? 10 might be a little ambitious time-wise. Because, like, I have the room for this. It's just the speed. I don't know. I might not. I want to enjoy it, is the thing. Like, this is a meal I could enjoy. The McFlurry is a mini, though. It's such a small McFlurry. This is a meal I can enjoy. Like, I would enjoy this meal, so I kind of want to enjoy this meal and be like, yeah, this is tasty. I don't want to eating speed competition. I don't, like, put it this way, right? If I'm going to be spending $50 and 3,500 calories beyond, you know, that's not what I have right now because I'm cutting. If I'm going to be cheating on spending too much money and spending too many calories, I want to enjoy it. So I don't want to try and speed eat it. I want to eat it at my normal speed, which I think 30 minutes is reasonable. Oh, lactose will destroy you? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I think I'm going to give myself 30 minutes. And if that invalidates me, whatever, I don't care. I'll just show you that it's doable. I might even do it in 20. I don't know. Problem is that I have to, like, not talk. I think the real issue with the McCrelly is this is a meal that I could best eat while we're watching something. So we're probably going to do a watch along while we do it of something else. Because this is the type of meal where it's like, oh, I'd sit down and watch a Peach Al video and kill this. So we'll probably put that up on screen while I eat. And I'll probably get a hand cam or something like that. So you can see the meal go away. 2 hours because I'm stuck on the... No, I shit fast. I'm a quick pooper. I actually, can I be so honest with you, chat? I don't understand why it takes a long time for people to poop. This might be TMI. I'm in and out of the bathroom in 3 minutes. I go, I do it, I wipe and I leave. It doesn't take time. You walk in and you get it out of you in 10 seconds. You just like, you know, you just blast it. Phone too strong. We have timed you. This is false advertising. That's not true. That's not true. 20 minutes. I did it during an ad break. I pooped during an ad break on stream like recently. In 4 minutes. People don't know the tech. No, you just go. You just go and then you wipe and then you're out of there. And you should wash your hands and you're out of there. I don't understand how it takes like 30 minutes. I'm like, no, just go. You need to go and you go. So I don't know. It's fast. I don't bring my phone. I just like, I don't want to be hanging out in the bathroom, right? I'd rather be hanging out anywhere else. So I'm not going to bring my phone. I'm just going to go. The power of YouTube shorts and software engineer Reddit threads. All right, fair. Now I just go and then move on. It's a quick process. So yeah, okay, Will McCrelly. I'll come up with something unique Pokemon to do. We'll definitely do something Pokemon. We'll definitely do that. Probably Pal World. I'd still like to play a lot more Pal World. I'd like to beat the game, kind of. And I know I fell behind on the server, but we'll probably play some Pal World. What else? I feel like I should come up with more. You know what's really awkward is I didn't really schedule any collabs or call-ins. Maybe I'll do that last minute. Maybe I'll see if anyone's around. I'll be like, hey, do you guys want to like do something? I should probably hit up all the talents. Be like, hey guys, I know this is last minute, points fingers together. Do you guys want to like do something on Saturday? Like all of SVA, maybe? It'd be impossible to schedule at this point, but maybe, I don't know. We'll see who's around. Who's around then? I mean, Zen might be around because of streaming days and times. Zen might be around. Malfi might not be around. Addy will be around. Snooze might be around later. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, Addy and Zen will be around at the very least. Cammy might be around. Addy, Zen, Cammy, maybe? I'll see. Oh, you know, we actually could do chat stuff, too. We could do, it's called... What are those games called? Zen No Vacations Treya. Yes. Zenifer Treya. We could ask Zenifer Treya if she's around. Let's see here. What are the games called? Marbles on Stream? No, the other one. The one that where you draw stuff. I'm forgetting the name of the series. The one everybody plays. Well, Pokemon, yes, but no. The other one. Oh, that. I was actually, yeah, that was really funny when Cammy, Gardic, no, Jackbox. Thank you, Jackbox. We could do Jackbox with chat, maybe. It was so funny that Cammy streamed that fast after getting back, because we were like Cammy had left that morning, and we were at the meet and greet during the day, like early afternoon. We were at the meet and greet, and Cammy went live, and we were like, "How is Cammy streaming right now? Like, shouldn't Cammy be on a plane?" You have to vet the people to avoid the unsavory text. Yeah, well, I mean, that just gets them banned, not me, to be honest. I think. Oh. It was like 1:30 p.m. Yeah. I was surprised too. I was like, how the hell? But hey, good on you. Twitch TOS? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Cammy had a what's it called? Concord. Cammy took a Concord back. Went supersonic or some shit, clearly. The show I keep telling you about. I know about the show, yeah. I don't want to do a watch along on stream though. That'd be more of a Discord thing, but we still have to get through Thunderbolt Fantasy, which we are going to be doing again starting next week. My plan, more or less, and this might change a little bit, because if I'm ever going to swap my stream schedule, now is the time, right? Oh, actually, let me ask you guys, and I know this might be a little bit of a bias because you guys are here for my streams normally, but just as a random, is there anything you'd like to see time-wise change about stream? Like, just as a random grab ideas from chat, would it like earlier, later? Is there anything that you guys would want to see change going into 2.0 that makes it a better viewer experience? And I know that's biased because everybody who's here is available at this time, so very biased, but 8's too much. You like the 6 hour? Yeah, we're not doing 8, so we're good there. We're not going to be doing that. Your times are mint for European. Set it to 2 times speed. Hi, everybody. It's Sclimbo from Sox Agency. Good to meet you. You're a certified self-improvement VTuber. Today, we're going to be playing Pokemon Nuzlocke. Can you stream for 12 hours instead of 6? Thanks. No. 24/7 stream. Yeah, when the new viewing is coming. Prime time for EU. Yeah, it's like, it's hard to... it's tough because I'm like, oh shit, if I want to change my schedule, it should be now, right? Because the one thing we need to consider is this schedule is unsustainable if I go to Japan. That's the one problem. And we do want to travel in the future. So I think that we just kind of have to accept that, like, if I go to Japan for a month in the future for making content, stream time kind of has to change. And that's a bit of an issue. Because, hold on, time in Japan, hold on, 12 p.m. EST. I think it's like 1 a.m. or something in Japan time. No, it's like 12 or 13 hours. Yeah, so if I went live at my normal time, it'd be going live at 1 a.m. in Japan, which I don't mind doing, but I would never find a place where I could be loud at 1 a.m. in Japan. That's a no, absolutely would not happen. So, like, that's one problem. If you were only evening, I have a hard time making it for like half a year. Yeah. I don't think I would change it too significantly. It would just be like moving down or up, because I know everyone's kind of moved to 1 p.m. And I think an extra hour could be beneficial before stream, but it's also not a big deal. They do have good internet. Yeah, internet's not a problem. I've streamed from Japan before, actually. I just had to swap my time around entirely. Like, I had to do like, okay, we're streaming at 6 p.m. now instead of noon. Because I stream when I wake up in Japan, basically. But I did stream from Japan before in the VTuber factory for a month. And it was fine. It just was completely different schedule. So yeah, I think we're going to keep the same schedule. I think we're going to stay noon, but we'll see. I might make a last minute decision on that. I know we're keeping Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. That works really well for me. We're not going to be doing the 8-hour streams. We're going to keep them to 4 to 6, though. I'm going to follow Ludwig's advice. We're going to do 4 to 6, and we're going to plan out segments that are going to make YouTube videos. We will be doing long-form YouTube. We will be doing shorts. So that's one change, is we're going to have long-form YouTube videos start. And I'm going to try and get consistent with that. Once per week would be great, but it might take some time to ramp up to that. Once per week would be great, and I think it is doable in the future once we get the mechanisms in place. But yeah, I think we stay on noon. We'll just do noon for 4 to 6 hours, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday, we do Discord watch long after stream, maybe end a little bit early, and then do our Thunderbolt Fantasy then. And I'd still like to find a place to do the subscriber streams, because that's a good idea, but we'll see. Maybe I can find a way on Wednesdays. I don't know. I'm swapping my mindset still to like, hey, you're full time now, buddy. You gotta lock in, you know? You know. Thought of a fishing off collab. You know, I'd actually do fishing off collab with Vera. I know Vera really likes fishing. We were talking about that. That could be good. That could be good. I know Vera wants to do fishing. Yeah, Thunderbolt Fantasy. We watched season 1 in Discord, and we're gonna do, yeah, you do know, Ball. We're gonna do Friday night movie nights, I think, or Friday night Discord watch-alongs. And we're gonna make that a more regular thing, and we're gonna do it by cutting streams so we never miss it. So my thought process is, okay, when we've put it on Sundays or Wednesdays, I've had to skip it because sometimes I'll be busy. But if I put it when I'm normally streaming and just cut stream short, we will never be busy. And that will just be part of the content, right? So what we'll do is we'll only stream for like 4 hours on Fridays maybe, and then just go right into Discord watch along right after stream. We'll like raid out and then start the watch along. And then we'll do that in Friday evenings. I think that makes the most sense. Vera would be so sad if you went fishing without her. Yeah, no, we'll do it with Vera. We'll do fishing with Vera off collab. That's doable. Definitely doable. So I think that'd be the plan in 2.0. And then, yeah, we take Lud's advice, right? Do more segments to turn into long form videos, do more planning. Because that is one thing I felt like I was phoning in a lot of streams where I would just kind of have this general idea of like, yeah, we're playing this today, and then go do it, which is fine, right? It's a very streamer way to do things. But I do like the idea of prep time because I'm a very prep time coded individual. So I would like to prepare more things for stream to make every stream better. Like, I know I tend to be a quantity over quality guy, but I really like the idea of streams being bangers, where it's like, you know, a Sclim stream is going to be a good time and you should come to it. because it's going to be stuff prepared for it every stream, right? It's like, obviously we're still doing Pokemon and stuff like that, and we're still doing fitness, but I'd like to prepare a little bit more and have more like bits and more things for those streams and have better thought out ideas. So it's like, all right, a stream is happening, it's going to be good, right? It's going to be a banger. That's the idea. Try not to phone in so much and be like last minute, like, I guess we're playing this today, you know? Gonna have to do that. Would you ever be interested in VR chat with subs night? Yeah, I could do that. I like VR chat. I like VR chat. I'd probably use desktop mode. I don't have trackers right now. I should get some. Oh yeah, it's not a bad idea at all. Kind of a good idea, actually. Kind of a banger. I'm glad to be back with you guys. I did miss you guys. It felt really weird not streaming for 9 days. Like, the break was nice, even though I was really busy. Like, I could see myself taking a vacation at some point further in the future. You know what I'm gonna be going to TwitchCon, I think, and definitely MagFest. So maybe I'll just take like an extra few days off before that and take a little break then. But I should be good for months. I'm not feeling burnt out at all. So I'll probably be good for months, I think. I think we're probably gonna have a pretty clean schedule all the way through November, is my guess. Or until November. We'll do something for birthday. We'll do something for our, obviously, anniversary. We have a lot coming up, actually. We have my birthday in October, which we'll do an event for. I also definitely want to do, I would love to do a lot of October events. Hey, Haz, what's going on? I'm going to spoil. Hey, Div, thanks for coming by. I enjoy it. I'm going to spoil something. We are definitely going to do stuff for Halloween. Definitely. I have an idea already. October. No, I want to do, so we're going to have my birthday in October, but I'm also going to do a Halloween event. I've already begun cooking this. This is Halloween cover. I've actually done one before, but no, we're definitely going to be doing a Halloween event on Halloween, I think. I think I'm going to do something on Halloween, and my idea is more or less, don't steal this, my idea is more or less, I'm going to try and do like a coast to coast AM type thing. If you guys know what that is. Best holiday deserves the most planning. Yeah, I want to do like a coast to coast AM overnight Halloween thing. Like Art Bell type style. Don't steal this. So I want to do like the radio show. I want to do an overnight Halloween radio show starting on Halloween night into November 1st overnight. I know it's the third time. I know, but I'm definitely going to do it. And we're going to have like call-ins and scary stories and stuff. And I'm going to make it like a little bit ARG-y, I think, with some IRL recording in the woods and stuff like that. Yep, let people phone in with scary stories. I'll plan all of that. UFO and cryptids. And it'll be overnight. So it'll be like the witching hours, right? So it'll be like, we'll start at like 9 or 10 p.m. on Halloween night and go all the way until daybreak. And then it'll end on daybreak on November 1st. The idea kind of being like to take you guys through the night, right? Like you follow this channel to carry you through the night of Halloween. Yeah, you can make a Mothman call. Yeah. Yeah, jump scare. No, it's not gonna be jump scares. It's gonna be very like spooky, driving through the desert style, spooky horror stuff. But we'll do that November, and then right afterwards, we're gonna have a very busy October, November. Yeah, I'd actually love your help, Pass, because we're gonna have on the 8th is our anniversary for Gen 2 of SVA. So I'm sure we'll do something for that because we're gonna have Gen 2 anniversary on the 8th of November. But then only a week before that, we'll have the Halloween event, and then 2 or 3 weeks before that, we'll have my birthday. So we're gonna have a pretty busy October, November, I think. So I could see maybe a break in December. We'll definitely do Christmas stuff too. We already have ideas for cooking for that. But oh, I forgot to tell a story. From Offkai that was actually nuts. That was so cool. Probably one of the favorite things that ever happened. Okay, so I was meeting somebody who, like, I just happened to run into it. This wasn't somebody I knew. I was just saying hi to somebody for the first time, okay? And you will not believe, like, the level of how this fits into my interests. So this person, you know, everyone at Offguy has ribbons, they have stickers, they have gifts that they give out to other people for, like, networking, like business cards, stuff like that. This person handed me a challenge coin. But not just any challenge coin. A challenge coin from Cheyenne Mountain Complex, i.e. Stargate Command. I was freaking out. I was like, what? They work at Cheyenne Mountain Complex, where Stargate is located in the show. And wouldn't you believe it, their challenge coin has a Stargate on the back of it and has an alien on it. And I was like, oh, I got like three because I took a bunch of them. I took a bunch of them. Hold on, let me pull it up. I can find a picture. Stargate challenge coin Giant Mountain. It was so sick. I was like, you don't understand. That is like the coolest possible thing you could have given me. Like me specifically, you know what I mean? Like it was just like, oh. Let me find it. Hold on. I saw it on, oh, you know, I sent it to, hold on, let me get an image. I sent it to Polly on Discord because I was like, yo, Polly, you got to see this. Let me go to Discord really quick. And grab it. This isn't my image, but it was an image I found of the exact coins. There's a couple of them. I think this was front back, but I got like 3 coins. I got a patch too, a morale patch. And they're all like Stargate coded. It's so cool. Hold on, look at these. Right here. Oh, that's big. That's really big. Look at them. Look at them. And they're metal, right? Really thick and stuff like that. Look at that. It was so cool. And these are real. These are not like a fan thing. These are the real challenge coins. And they got the alien. And if you look, actually, the chevrons of the Stargate are around the outside of it and stuff like that. And I was like, yo, oh, that is the best possible gift anyone could have given me in particular, right? Yeah, and I even, okay, so I did do, since they knew who I was, like when I introduced myself, right? Hometown background jump scare. Oh wow, really, Steps? Damn. They since they like knew who I was, I kind of like I like elbowed up to them and I was like, hey, you would tell me if it was all real, right? Like you'd tell me, right? Like if it was real, if Stargate was real, you tell me, right? Right? please, you tell me, right? You wouldn't keep that from a little guy like me, right? VTubers protecting national security. Yup. Just like the furries. Oxford, Mississippi. This is Oxford, Mississippi. Yeah, this is literally your hometown. Damn, that's crazy. Thank you, because I forgot what town this was, but Oxford was the town. Have you ever been to the Vasquez Rocks? No, where's that? I've been to Sedona, which is a very known spooky alien vortex site. I've been UFO hunting in Sedona, Arizona with 3rd gen night vision goggles. A real thing I've done. Very cool. You found an older design for the Cheyenne Mountain coin. It still has the Stargate chevrons on the back. Yeah. Is it all real? Please just tell me if it is. Stargate would be my favorite lore if that happened. Please tell me it's real. Yeah, shaking him. Well, I just think like if I could choose one origin of humanity that like has been theorized, right, or like talked about in like media to exist, I would think Stargate. Stargate would be the one I would want. I'd be like, yep, that's great. That's the best. Love that. Such a good vibe, yeah. It's just so funny it's on the challenge coin, because, like, of course they would do that, right? It's, like, very tongue-in-cheek, but it's like, ooh. Southern California, it's where they filmed a lot of Star Trek episodes, including the well-known Gorn episode. Oh, okay. Neat. I've been to, like, all the Sedona, Arizona. Sedona is a really cool place. Let me pull up some pics of that. Sedona is a weird place. So for those who don't know the lore about that, Sedona, Arizona is, like, this city in the mountains, kind of in the red mountains, or like red colored mountains, that's kind of theorized to be like one of those like, oh, it's a power spot places. Like it's very there's a lot of spirituality there. There's a lot of crystal shops. There's a lot of UFO hunting, right? There's a lot of like, oh, there are vortexes of power and ley lines there type action. You know, that's what people say about it. Let me show you a picture. It's a very cool place. Oh, this picture isn't too small. Yeah, so this is Sedona. Very low quality picture, but one of those ley lines. Yeah, one of those. Very cool place out in Arizona. It's like not too far from Grand Canyon. I did a road trip, so it was drivable. It just took a while. Maybe like a few hours. I don't really know. Not 100, maybe 5 hours, 4 hours, or closer. One of those. It probably wasn't longer than 4 or 5 hours from the Grand Canyon. But yeah, no, there's like a desert around Sedona and stuff like that. It's really like, oh, it's the spiritual, mysterious place. And I did have the opportunity I went out in the middle of the night at like 1 a.m. with night vision goggles and hunted for UFOs in the desert. It was cool. We did see some weird stuff. You could manifest beams when you were there. Hell yeah. No, it's a cool place. Really cool. I'd love to go back to Sedona. That could be some good stream stuff. That could be really good. That'd be like a probably first 5 trips I would do with IRL streaming and traveling would be Sedona for alien hunting or something like that. The turquoise McDonald's. I don't know. That kind of sounds familiar. I'm not 100 though. It's been a long time. I mean, I was there in like 2008, 2009. It was a long time ago. So I was but a child, but a little child. Wow. How about a night in Appalachian Forest, or is that too real? Oh, it's too real, but in a different way. It's too real because that's going to happen and I'm already planning it. I can't tell you when though. Can't tell you when or with who, but that is probably happening. Yeah, the Appalachian IRL stream is in planning right now. Just, you know. Yep, not a joke. Not a joke. That's been being worked on. Means you need to go back. Yeah. We're gonna hunt cryptids in Appalachia. I hope it happens. There's some logistical stuff we got to figure out, but we're working on it. We're working on it. Team Walker, hunt with the boys. Old Gods of Appalachia. Ooh, that's a good podcast name. You'll get hunted by a monster. No, I'm gonna hunt the monster. I'm the monster. Like the song from 3 Days Grace, I think, right? Yeah, I think the best possible end to me is getting killed on screen by a monster. Like, the only way that my content creation can end is live streaming my own death by a bear. Probably. Skillet? No. Is it Skillet? No, I'm thinking Animal I have become by 3 Days Grace and Monster by Skillet. Thank you. Thank you. Poor Memory Us. Do it, please. Yeah. It's just me getting... It's just like, I always picture one frame of me getting like ragdolled by a bear on camera. Just being swung around like a rope. You're only allowed to die by ascending into a pure spiral being. Yeah, well, I will ascend. Kind of monk coded. I'm Sclim at breaking. I am Vera. Hey Vera. Hey Vera, we were talking about fishing. Fishing off collab? Question mark. Fishing off collab soon. Someday. Someday. You down? You down, Vera? Yes, absolutely. Let's do it. I should Blair Witch myself. That could be good too. We should. If you don't have the capacity to gain a guy next post, you better believe I do. Hey, Punished, isn't Old Gods of Appalachia an actual horror stories podcast? Ooh, I should read up on it before I go, so I'm scared. Hide and seek. Yeah, we can play hide and seek. Don't you want me to find you? We could play hide and seek. I love hide and seek. Yay! As scary as possible. Charter a boat. We could charter a boat. Actually, I might have a boat. My dad has a boat. We could probably borrow it, depending on where we go. I might have a boat. We got a boat. Few boats. Yeah, we could find a boat. You don't need to charter shit. Let's boat. You have a boat operator permit? Yo, me too. Me too. Kind of C-coded. But I like mountains more, but I'm kind of C-coded. Yeah, we got this. Yeah, we got this. Hunt the Leviathan? That sounds scary. I don't want to fight the water. I don't like that. Like, don't get me wrong. I do have thalassophobia, even though I'm brave enough. Like, I've jumped into open water in the ocean before. I have been, like, in the open ocean and jumped off the boat and swam around. But I do have thalassophobia. So it was against my fears I did that. But I don't like doing it. It's not a fun thing. It's like, okay, swim back to the boat really fast as possible. Yeah, mountain river fishing kind of rules. That's actually the type I like. I like mountain river fishing. That's my preferred type. Watch live's actually live. Yeah. But no, I do. It is very scary. I've jumped in the open ocean, but it was very scary. I like was like, just there was a fear in my chest. Get back to that boat as fast as possible and get out of that water. I've also, I've scuba dived in, those are near the coast though, so you're kind of like, not too far from the coast, but in like Okinawa. But no, that one was just straight up open ocean, like open Atlantic Ocean, nowhere cool nearby, not necessarily warm water, just straight up. And I was like, ooh. Trout boy. He's a trout boy. Honestly, a little bit of a lake fisher is me. So like bass, pickerel, pike, that sort of thing. That's a little more me. What is it with streamers? Well, I think thalassophobia is probably a really common fear, right? Like, I mean, I'm going to be 100%. Does anyone actually jump in the open ocean and not fear for their lives? Is that weird? Because that seems very reasonable to me. To be like, yeah, I'm in the open ocean with monsters. You know? Me? Really? You're like, oh, I'm gonna jump off a boat in the open ocean. I'm just like chill. I'm just like hanging out. That you just like, oh yeah, it's nothing. This isn't scary at all. Cause like I grew up on lakes. I'm good with lakes. Lakes are chill. An ocean? When you can't even see the coast? Right? We're not talking about swimming out like at a beach. That's chill. I think it's a reasonable fear. I think it's a reasonable fear to be like, yeah, I'm in the open Atlantic shark fishing. Mind you, we hadn't started shark fishing yet, but there are sharks in the area because we're fishing them. And yeah, and it's like, we can't see shore. Jumping in the water. That feels like a reasonable fear. I don't think that's unreasonable. I think that's like, yeah, maybe I should worry. I'm the invasive species. They fear me. Yeah, but what if there's like a big monster? What if there's a big monster? They forgot to lower the ladder? Oh, that's so scary. Oh, no. Navy boys have to swim from the boat? Yeah. Yeah, lakes are all right. I mean, there can be some big fish in lakes, but I don't mind those that much. I just don't want to touch the bottom if there's seaweed. I don't like that. Ugh. If there's vines, right? If there's like the underwater like vines and seaweed and stuff like that, I don't want to touch that. I don't want to touch that. That I don't want to do. I'll touch sand, I'll touch rock. I don't want to touch that. I don't want to touch that. That I don't like at all. Very afraid. I used to be very afraid. Now I'm just like yucked out, but bobbit worms, can't they like, they're small though. They can't get you. They can't get you. You're in a ship made to look like a pirate ship? Yar, that's pretty cool. Yar, that'd be cool. That'd be radical. Hey, Lizy. Hey, what's going on? Forgot to say hi. Yeah, I'm not going in the croc lake. That's the other thing. Like, if there's crocodiles, I'm just not going in the water. Straight up. That's not even a question. That's like, yeah, I'm not going there. Won't do it. I'd rather go in the ocean than a crocodile lake. If you're naturally born and grab a big rock, occasionally jump up for air. Ooh, yeah. Quarries are fine. There's no big monsters in those. Gators or swamp puppies, they're chill. I really don't think they are. Hey, Kaiju, yeah, it was good meeting you as well. I wish we got to like hang more, but with everybody and stuff like that. But like, it was so busy. I'm sure you know too, and you feel the same way. It was so busy, but it was awesome hanging. Awesome hanging. Floridian swamp puppies are chill. I don't think so. No, thank you. I know there's some dudes out there who are willing to do that, but I will tell you right now that I am not of the constitution to go be chill in crocodile water. That seems like a bad idea. What's the scarier, the pea monster or the sea monster or the piss fish? What's the piss fish? Oh, is that the one that swims up your dingling? I think that's less scary because how do they even get there in the first place? Right? I think sea monster is a little more scary because it gets me. Is that the dingling one? I don't want to play with gators or crocodiles. That's basically the same thing. The piss fish isn't real? Okay, good. I thought so. Brain-eating amoeba is real, though. You watch out for that one. That one's a bit of a problem. Yeah, I don't think gators are chill. Just put that out there. Don't think so. Don't think so. Wow. They live in warm rivers. Okay. Okay. Well, guys. Probably about that time, huh? Probably about that time. This is the end. Beautiful friends. I think we should get going. That's what I think. It's happening. Yeah. I think it's about time for this Sclim to ship out. Yes, if I end stream now, the next time you will see me, I will have evolved. You're not going to see this model again until after evolution. So the next time I'm on screen, it will be a new me. And make sure you're there at the very beginning, by the way, for Saturday. Who's Sclimbo? No, it's me. Make sure you're there at the very beginning on Saturday because we ain't waiting. Listen, I don't play around. We are going from the starting soon screen into things. Immediately into things. We'll do a longer starting soon screen, probably 10 minutes. But then we will be going into things. So do not be late on Saturday if you can avoid it. 3 p.m. EST. Well, folks, that has been 9 months of Sclimbo 1.0. Your little Sclim. It's been a pleasure. All the art, all the people, all the raids, all the friends, all the streams. It's been a journey. We're so up, and we only go up from here. I'm excited to show you what comes next. When I'm a real boy, when I'm fully evolved, and when we start for real. It's been practice up till now, boys! We're going hardcore. So, with that, let's find somebody to raid. Get on out of here. Thank you for coming by to the Off-Kai Yap in the last stream of 1.0. Let's see who's on. See what's going on. And let's see here. Who is on my big list of friends? Be brave, everybody. And remember, no matter what happens, no matter what you see on Saturday, it's still me deep down, okay? It's still me. It's still me. I see many options. A lot of people on probably doing Off-Kai recap. Let me go down the list. Actually, I lied. You will see me. You will see me for a little bit because I'm going to spoil something right. You will see the model for a little bit because I'm in the lore video before I evolve. So you will see this model a little bit. You will see the model a little bit on Saturday. All right, let's see here. Go down the list. Go down the list. Bum, 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 bum. Who up? Who up? Let's go. Oh, it's the last one of 1.0. Should I do something like special for that? Hold on, let me look.
I grabbed it.
Let me look at what's Zen up to. I don't raid Zen that often because I usually don't end too early. You go Zen? Yeah, we'll go Zen. We'll go over to Zenifer. Go Zen. Zen is doing a weird game about sausage. Okay, Zen. We go say hi, Zen. All right, everybody. Raid message is Sclim raid. Final Sclim 1.0 raid, if we can get that going. Final Sclim 1.0 raid. Let's go for that. I think that makes sense. Zen, what an obscure pull. Yeah, right? I don't raid Zen that much, actually, so... Yeah, let's do final Sclim 1.0 raid with the emotes, and we can copy that and stuff like that. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna prep for the rest of the time, and I will see you on Saturday. I promise I will have everything ready. Thank you so much for coming by today. It's been a blast. Happy Off-Kai, big love. I will see you as I evolve. Bye-bye, everybody.